Yeah, she's calling back. We're going to try to give her a call again, and then she just added another phone number to the 13-year-old grandson who's possibly with the daughter. Step out with this.
2412.
Veteran crisis hotline's calling in, so they have a female veteran off her medication. She's over at the safe haven. Attack in 12, cycle check that one out.
6 Rumble, 2-1 start, 50 shots.
Also still stands for talk? No. Offender in custody? Thanks. Anyone else close, might just give us up, let me know.
Get that sweet saxophone. And then we are rolling. What's up, everybody? Thank you for hopping in. Appreciate you. What a busy day today. If you've been with us all day. Busy day since like 6:37 in the morning. We're still going. We're having a show again. It's not going to be a crazy long like normal show. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting into some of the latest updates that are out there. I'm also going to we're going to watch the interview Mr.E Crimecast. We're going to watch that interview with Nick's lawyer. Also, I mean, we heard from Dog's lawyer today on News Nation. So we'll go ahead and check that out. Also, we're going to kind of go back in time a little bit. I'm going to take you back to the first week of April. I had been doing searches for about a couple weeks at that point, maybe a little bit longer. And that's when I was able to come back. I hung out. I think that's when I was rested my toe injury, because I injured my toe during the Riley Strain search. And then I went out and searched, and it was just getting worse. So I think I took a few day period at that point before we went back out for some more, just to let the toe heal up. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to go through my footage. I'm going to see what cameras were there. I'm going to see how in the hell Sebastian could have walked away and not been on camera. I want that route. And that's when I made up that really quick, like 5-minute map when we were doing a show. Because I basically knew where a lot of the cameras were. I was just mainly focused on where he could have got away based off of all the cameras. So it was like a quick 5-minute map that we used Google Earth or something to make it. But what I'm going to do is I'm also going to drop the links. Like I said, always get a playlist because I'm going to be dropping you a couple. And I'm going to be showing you why I made this footage that way. Now, there's been a lot of talk about the cameras. How would he have not gotten picked up? You know, who should have caught what? There's a lot of that. So I figure we'll go ahead and have a show. I'll drop the links with the videos that are posted already that you guys can have. It'll be the quality that you're going to see from a straight upload. So it'll be 2 links. And what I did was it was when I was first there. And like I said, whenever I get to a location, the first thing I always do is look at security. Number 1. And so that's when I did that drive through all the different streets. And what I did is I not only had the side camera mounted on my window, but I also had my another camera mounted on the dash. And what I wanted to do with that is I basically sat at the beginning of the road and I basically went 3, 2, 1, and I boop right at the same time. So because StreamYard, and I hope that they change this in the future, because I would love to be able to screen share 2 screens at once. But you guys can do it at home, and this is the thought that I had in mind when I did it. I wanted to be able, because just like any computer, if you're doing it on a computer, you can take one tab, open up another tab, make it go half and half, have both of these videos up at the same time, and go play, and you're basically in the car with me driving through the neighborhood, and you can see everything just like you're behind the wheel looking out to the front all the way to the side. And what I do is I go up and down each road. Every road I go through, I go up and down each road so that way you get the front view and the side view at any moment that you're on that footage. So if you're on the view at 6 minutes and 32 seconds on the front camera, you go to 6 minutes and 32 seconds on the side camera and you get the exact angle. Not really a 360, but it's the version with what I can come up with based off the equipment. But it is 5.3K GoPro and Sony 4K, so you will have clarity with it. But we're going to kind of go back in time a little bit. I'm going to show, we're going to go over that T section there, all right? And I'm going to show you guys the houses that are at that T section, and we're going to take screenshots of my raw footage, and then we're going to put them all together, and we're going to see, okay, this is because this was only just maybe 2.5 weeks or so, maybe a few days more than that, after Sebastian went missing. So this is footage right when this crap happened. It's not Google image, which is a year ago. It's not right now, which anything could have been altered all this time. This is right when everything went down. So we'll be going into that too. I'm not sure if we're going to go into the Jennifer Coffindaffer stuff, or not Jennifer Coffindaffer. I'm sorry, Mr.E. I'm not sure if we're going to go into that first, or if we're going to go into the footage. If you guys want to drop in chat what you would rather have after we do the updates, let me know. Footage or lawyer. Just type either one of those in chat. Number 1, hide and seek. Thank you very much. Katrina, number 2. Michael, number 5. Mythical. Number 5, you're connected at the soul tonight when you got the same ticket number. And we got another one, Chris and Charity, both number 7. Connected at the soul. Kid Kitty, number 9. Busby, number 14. Thank you. What's up, Purge? Excuse me, I'm a little sinusy tonight. Excuse me. Might be because I haven't had sleep. I don't know. Busby True Crime Network, thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for all your hard work and being a inner team member. Appreciate everything you do for us in the community. Appreciate it, man. Michael, what's up? What's up? Let's see here. Let's get this party started. Yes, smash the green hearts, please. Hashtag Sebastian. What's up, Liaza? Thank you for hopping in. Yes, please drop some. Number 30, Caddy. Mamak, number 29. Thank you. What's up, Leslie? How are you over there on Facebook? Appreciate you. Hey, come on over to YouTube if you want to see all the chat. Unfortunately, I don't think Facebook shows it unless I highlight it on the screen. What's up, Tiffany? Hanging with Heather. Yeah, right? Yeah, and I think I pushed on it. It was like a good 2 weeks or something. And it just got to a point where I couldn't even barely put my boot on anymore. I'm like, I got to take a couple day break. I was only going to take 1 day because, you know me, I want to get back out there. You know, I'm like, no. But my toe was like, no, dude, you can't even put it in a shoe now, man. You need to just give it a couple more days. Let it, you know, we got to think about the long haul. Got to think about the long haul. What's up, 43 MMO? What's up? How are you doing tonight? Thank you. Appreciate the love over there. Kathy, number 41. Thank you very much. No, you guys are awesome because really we couldn't have the community that we have if it wasn't for each one of you. I'm just a super ass small part. That's it. I'm just here behind the mic and camera. It takes all of you to be able to have the same kind of energy. You know what I mean? So it's really everybody. So thank you. What's up, Twisted Isabel? Crime scenes and canvases. Is that what it is? I need to do an art stream sometime. Make like a Transformer Care Bear, right, Angels and Demon? Transformer Care Bear. Aw. Oh, I don't know what. Huh, that's weird. I don't know. YouTube has been so crazy buggy. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube's been so crazy buggy. Seriously, here, let me put this up because I'm sure I'm going to have to show it here tonight because I don't know what the hell's going on. They're adding new stuff, but they're not fixing the old stuff. I don't understand that approach. So let me star that comment. Let me go ahead and throw that up there real quick. So if you have any kind of issues, you feel like something's not working right, just back out, close out, come back in. If you're not getting notifications, unsub, sub again. I see YouTube's on its kick where each day I'm losing like, I don't know, 20 subs. I don't understand it. Because I'm getting new subs. So it's like, what? But I'm losing 20. So really, I'm gaining, but I'm I don't know. I don't know what's going on. There's even people like, how come I'm not even I have no idea. I'm even going to channels that I've watched for a long time. And a video will come across. I'm like, oh gosh. And then I'll click on it. And then I'll look down to go hit like. And I'll see that I'm not subbed anymore. And it's like, I know I didn't unsub from this. I know I didn't. So, oh, Yoli, hold on a second. I'm here still in trial, but judge canceled today and Friday is court holiday. Hours for trial are 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. lunch, then 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. It's very hard to get in. Is it live stream, Yoli? Yoli, can we do Yoli? Can we do Yoli live? Is it live stream? Let me know, Yoli. Send me an email. There was a YouTube application update. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you're good, Yoli. We know you're busy. No live stream? Okay, thank you. We know you're busy. We know you're busy. What's up, Light Fawn? There was a question I had for you, too. Oh my gosh. Does anybody remember? Remember I said, what's up, Wendy? Ticket 49. Appreciate you. Does anybody remember the question? I was like, I gotta ask Yoli that. If anybody remembers, let me know. All right, let me share the poster here. Let's see, let's do this. Let me put me to the side here. Let's put me to the side. Well, I can be bigger than that. What the hell? Hold on. I don't know why it... Well, maybe I have to slide it over. I guess I have to do this. I don't know. Here, let me just do this. There we go. All right, so we're going to get into a few things here. I want to share these real quick. Also, I want to share that when we start doing the shows, I want to share that billboard too. That's pretty cool. There is a video on Twitter I'm going to show you some of the updates before we get into this stuff where there's somebody took a video of a new billboard with Sebastian on it. And also it was like a video of something else too. Maybe they were putting up one or something. I'm not sure. It was like it looked like a really cool video that is just showing like, look, here's a billboard all the way out here. And it's like, hell yeah, because we don't know. He could be in Seattle, Sacramento, San Diego, Dallas, Miami, New York, Minneapolis, Canada, Mexico. We don't know. Yes, thank you so much. I'm sorry. I can't. Oh my gosh, I wish I could remember what it was. It had something to do with Sebastian and all this lawyer stuff. All this lawyer stuff. All right, let me see here. Let's get that billboard up. We'll share that real quick. Because I think this is so cool. I think that's so cool. Isn't that a really cool billboard? Like I'm saying, I don't know. Maybe I'm just excited about the billboard stuff because when I drive all these miles to these locations, I literally pay attention to the billboards because um, sometimes they're entertainment, sometimes they're information, and it would be so cool to see more of these billboards go up. And I think it's the red with the white letters. You're gonna look at it. You're gonna look at it. I think the white letters are designed perfectly, and this is coming from somebody that just like I drive a ton of miles when I'm out there, and I think it's really neat that they did. I think it'll stand out a lot. Yeah, where's the reward? That is a good one, Ginger Girl. That is a good one. Let's be honest. Where's the reward? It does capture the attention, though. Like that, the way that the white is on it, it does. Definitely. All right, let's see here. Now, this is what's crazy. I'm going to show you guys this. What happened here? Dolly said this was from earlier, not an hour ago. Not an hour ago. But okay, Dolly Vision will no longer be part of the circus. We're not talking about the Sebastian case anymore. There are families out there that really need help. I took down all the videos on the case. No one made me take them down. We just don't want to be part of the clown show. Good luck to everybody with that. I'm gonna say like Dolly, you probably don't even know who I am. Let's be honest. You know, I'm realistic here. You know what I'm saying? But people like us here, we're not part of a circus. Dolly, we're not. I don't know what happened, Ginger. And I'm not saying he's saying we're part of a circus. I'm just saying, Dolly, we ain't part of a circus, and we, I mean, hell, we do over here. We also help families that need help. I mean, shit, this is my third show today. You know what I'm saying? We're covering 3 different cases tomorrow. 3 different shows tomorrow, you guys. Will be live from noon to midnight tomorrow, covering 3 different topics. But if you didn't if there was no reason to take your videos down and you're not part of the circus, well then dude, we need you. You know what I'm saying? Like we need you because we need I don't watch I haven't wa- I don't watch the show. You know what I'm saying? I'm seriously, you guys, like I'm so busy with my work and you guys can see it with what we do. Um and that's no disrespect whatsoever. I know the dude is successful, you know what I mean? But uh but we need more people to be like, think about it, you guys. Like, when you go out there to these other shows, like, what shows are like our show? And I'm not meaning that in any disrespectful way. I'm not saying that we're better than anybody or nothing like that. I'm just saying when it comes to uniqueness, okay? When it comes to uniqueness, when it comes to information, when it comes to how information is reported and displayed to you, and how we go through the information and all theories, thoughts, and opinions, that makes sense. And so there's not, as in uniqueness, there's not that many shows out there like that. Now, I see a lot of you guys in chat. You guys, have watched Dolly. Uh, you know, I guess, like, I'm looking at your chat. I guess he's a show about, what we're about, I suppose. And it, nobody, dude, we've never been a circus over here. There's other places out there that didn't, were never part of the circus. So don't go away, bro. You know what I mean? Like, if there isn't a reason to take down the videos, even if there was, if you're bringing peace, positivity, and progress, you're not contributing to a clown's show. You don't have to be involved in a clown show, because do you guys see a clown show over here? You know what I'm saying? Do you see a clown show in chat? No. We don't. That's one of the reasons why me and the angels and demons protect the community the way that we do. That's why a lot of people out there talk shit about us, because we just don't put up with the bullshit. We're done. Like that. I go like that, you're done. And this is just a plea. Like, if it's about your health, bro, I get it, man, because I know you went through some shit. You even made me reflect on some of my own, like, dude, I need to stop pushing, and I need to take time for myself, and I need to take breaks, because, dude, trust me, I know the 150. I push hard like a motherfucker with everything. Sometimes it takes me a week to get a good rest, because the other 6 days I'm getting like 2 hours of sleep trying to do all this stuff, searching or doing work in the background or whatever. Trust me. You made me think about my own shit. I'm like, damn, man, I need to slow the fuck down. And I'm saying, if it is peace, positivity, and progress over there, bro, and there's no reason to take down the videos, you're not part of the circus, and you never were. You know what I mean? What other people eat don't make you shit. And as long as your community's a beautiful place to be, Sebastian needs that, bro. The reason that these lawyers are going after all these other people is because they're trying to get rid of the other shows that are, right? So, like I said, when it's like, let the bygones be bygones, in my video I posted, I don't know, however many days ago it was. And I'll post it here in chat if you haven't seen it. When I'm saying let the bygones be bygones, people, if you're going to make opinion videos about us or whatever, do them after he's found. We need to unite. We need to be about the positive. We need to be about the progressive. We need to be about that, because that's the only way that Sebastian's going to be found. We need this kind of energy. And the reason I asked this a few days ago or longer, I don't even remember, was it's like, come on. At this moment right here is when we need the peace, the positive, the progressive, because we're having to deal and we're seeing all of this negative toxicity at the maximum. And right now, because I was out there searching in the middle of March when it was like 85% positive and it was a little bit of toxic, and then it slowly transitioned to like 85% toxic and 15% positive. And if you're doing the positive, bro, we need you, okay? Now, like I said, I haven't watched the shows. I'm busy doing my own shit. You guys see it through the work that we give to you. So I don't know. All I'm saying is I'm looking at your chat. You know, it seems like he's, a positive dude and about peace and all that stuff. And so it's like, bro, you weren't part of a circus then. You don't even have to be part of it because we're never a part of it. You know, do we have to defend ourselves sometimes? Of course. But Sebastian needs as much positivity as he can because that's the only thing that's going to help him get found. Let the bygones be bygones. Let's find him first. Then make your opinion videos about everybody afterwards. Because if you're going to be making opinion videos, you need to be fucking dropping that shit and actually contributing to help finding Sebastian. The rhetoric out there is ridiculous. Please hit the like if you haven't yet. It is the free way to help. Now we're going to go into some of the updates. Dolly, if it's peace, positivity, and progress, man, don't go away. Just get out that chopping block, man. And you know what? You ain't got to worry about it. I mean, hey, I don't know. I'm just saying I took down all videos on the case. No one made me take them down. So I don't know. But if there's no reason to take them down and you're not part of a circus, don't go because Sebastian needs all the positivity that he can have. Think about it, he really does. All right, let me see here. What else were we going to get into? All right, we're going to get into some stuff on Twitter here real quick. I want to share with you guys. All right, here's that video of the billboard with Sebastian. Now it's a different billboard than what you see on the screen. Oh, that's an electronic one. Ooh, that's so cool. Ooh, there's a couple of them. Hold on. There's the rewards too. Now we heard Dog say 100,000. There's a video we're going to go into from the local news here in a minute. Here, let's blow this up. And I'll give you the link here in a second. I got to mute it. Wow, hold on. I'm going to pause it each time. So there's one. Look at that. Can you guys see it? Here, let me blow it up. Let me get it bigger for you. Try and get it as there we go. Just flip that around a little bit. Go ahead and take a look at that one. That's cool. It's an electronic one where it rotates. If it's for his health, I totally get it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, if it is peace, positivity, and progress, man, Sebastian needs it more than ever right now. All right, and it's been okay, you guys. So last night it was confirmed that. Let me turn this down. Last night it was confirmed that the PFs were not at home. No one's home. No nothing. No cars. No nothing. And Ladies and gentlemen, again tonight it is the same thing, you guys. So that is multiple nights now that is confirmed that this let me just double check. Is it the same exact as it was last night? Is it the same as it exactly was last night? Or, is there any kind of differences? Exactly the same. Oh, they dipped, y'all. Where'd they go? From an hour ago. Hold on a second. $35. $35. Interstate 35. And look at how close it is. Oh my lord, guys, look. Louisiana, I-35 in Texas. Mexico. So basically, Louisiana, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Laredo is the final destination, no? And right up north, you got Oklahoma. Ticket 81, thank you. No, you're good. Thank you for letting me know, I appreciate it. I was gonna ask. Right, that's interesting. Okay. So here's, another billboard, let's see, let me slow it down here. That way we can catch them here quick unless they're, like, changing. Okay, so that one's kind of fuzzy. So there's another one, electronic billboard. Looks awesome. Oh, it's got a big picture of him there too. That's probably from the camera. It's got the reward up there. Awesome. Does it say where this is at? It doesn't say where it's at. Oh, neat. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Wow. That is so cool. Look, right before you what kind of store is that? What kind of store is that, you guys? Or is that like a mall or something? Man, what a great idea. While people are walking into a huge, I don't know if it's a mall or a shopping center, a single store, I don't know, but that is cool as hell, man. That that's as that's I mean, billboards obviously are the most effective because, there's a lot of people seeing them, but man, this is probably This has got to be like the second best idea right here. That's a nice one. I like that. I'm gonna share the link to this for you guys so you can have it too. There's another photo, video billboard, and that's probably because of the screen. Oh, that's the screen of a screen. Oh, cool. That's playing as it flips. That's at night. Oh, wow. Look at how bright that stands out at night. Look at that. Now that'll make you look when you're driving down the I don't know, it doesn't say. It just says from Hendersonville. I was kinda like, I don't know. We'll back out. Maybe they have some text to it and they say, I was taking video here. But man, that's a lot of I think what this person did was take videos of other people's videos. Yeah, it just started over. I think what that person did was take videos of other people's videos. Okay, so here, I'll just post this for you. Yeah, I think that's what they did. They took videos of other people's videos and then just put them together. But I came across it and I was like, man, this is so cool. Here's a video made up of photos sent by followers from different parts of the country. So it's all over the country. Many different locations and obviously photos taken by many different people. I've seen the location map from the Blip website. I use that same map website on a regular basis. Oh, hold on, you guys. Is there a website that shows you where all the billboards are at? Oh, for real? He didn't put the website. It's a Blip website, the map website. Ah, so do they okay, well, there you go, there's that. Ain't that neat? Yeah, if they're I'm all about maps, yo. Oh, I love maps. Uh, Nick put out this earlier. Uh, I don't even know hold on, let me see if I can hold on. Let me, here, I'll share this, and then let me save them real quick, and then we'll blow them up. So here's the link to this. Alright, let's see what it is. He posted something. It says, "This is her record in Pennsylvania. She has one in Michigan too." Oh, shit. So this is Barbecue Lady. So he says, "I see a GoFundMe circulating from Barbecue Lady. She claims she is attempting to spread awareness about Sebastian Rogers, but she was barred. That is a lie. She is placing the stepfather CP before Sebastian. She is more than welcome to discuss Sebastian. She is trying to raise 25K in Sebastian Rogers' name. She is lying again. She could discuss Sebastian left and right, but she'd rather not." And then he puts the link to some GoFundMe or something. Hold on, let me screen share it. It's almost like somebody wants to get blocked tonight. So, and you probably know who you are. If you don't settle the fuck down, and I'm being nice about it, you already know who you are. If you don't settle the fuck down, you must be wanting blocked because you ain't been settling down for a long time. This is a heads up. And I'm not saying your name, but you know who I'm talking about. You, the person. All right, let me see. What is this? So I'm going to go to the record here. Hold on. So I save these and let's blow it up. Let's take a look. Miscellaneous contempt. Miscellaneous contempt. Miscellaneous contempt. Confinement. Bad check. Oh, bad checks. Bad checks. 6 months to a year. Guilty plea. Guilty plea. What? Whoa. Right, Katrina? I just fucking lost all my eyelids and my eyeballs popped out. And I said, huh? No, that ain't this is barbecue lady. You can go read here's Nick the Hat's post. You can go read it. I'm not that's why I only shared the charges. I listen, I don't need to put people you know what I mean? I don't need to put people out there like that. But this right here, shit. I'm not showing you the name. There's the link if you want to see it. You know what I mean. You know how it is. But we're definitely showing this, and you have the source of the information. Holy hell! Burglary? Hold on a second. There's more. There was a page 2. Oh, shit. All right, hold on. Okay, now this one, which one is it? It's this one right here. Now, this one isn't as bad as the other one. But it's still bad. I don't know Lisa, I have no idea. I didn't even know about her. I thought she was doing a good thing raising what'd they say, 22K? 22K for billboards? I was like, you had Bullhorn bitching, bitching about it, and I'm like, I mean, they raised 22K, we just showed a video of billboards, you know what I mean? I'm like, "Damn, come on." Like, put him all over the place. We don't know where he is. We need him everywhere across the United States of America and Mexico and Canada. Let's be real. And Mexico and Canada too. So in my mind, I'm like, shoot, hey, congrats. Shout out. But I don't know what the hell took place. And I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not out there. I'm not watching these shows. I'm busy doing my own work with all these different cases at the same time. And I just don't have time to go watch other people's shit. I just don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, so I don't know whatever took place, but this was from Nick the Hat. He posted it a little bit ago. Conspire burglary, guilty, 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 and then all these were dismissed, sustained, dismissed, sustained. Knowing, conceal source. I don't know, yo. I mean, but there it is. Nick put it out there. I wanted to show you guys that. Let's see, what else was there? What else was there? And then let me know. Do you want to go into footage first, or do you want to go into the lawyer for Nick the Hat? Now we heard from Dog's lawyer earlier. We heard from Dog's lawyer from the Court TV episode. This one right here. Here's another tweet from Nick, and here's the link for this. It says the team members you don't. Hold on one second. Let me drop the link first. Yeah, that was supposedly barbecue, lady. That's what Nick dropped. I'm sharing the links for you guys. We're kind of going through them. You know, we're taking our time, but at the same time, we got to keep going tonight because I can't. I cannot be crazy late today. I've been doing. I was up at 6 doing shows at 7 something this morning, and I've been rolling all day, and I can't go too crazy long. Can't go too crazy long. So I do want to get into a couple other things still. So there's the status. I'm not gonna. No, don't worry about that. Clue. What's up? I'm not gonna strike any. I put it up there for community. So thank you for playing it. I appreciate you. There's no reason to strike anybody. It's about community. It's about community. So no, that's why I put it up there. I was gonna go live, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know if this trick will work anymore, and it did. And so I was like, you know what? Why wait for Court TV to freaking post it when we can post it now? And so that's why I just went ahead and put it out there for everybody to be able to use it because I hate waiting all freaking day, y'all. I do. And I'm like, look, I'm a two bird, one stone dude always. So I'm like, hey, let's figure this shit out. And it worked. So I'm glad that it worked, and I'm glad that everybody was able to see it because, man, with that interview, you guys, let's be honest, and we broke it down. Me and Trey did on a live after I dropped that video. We broke it down, man. Like there was a lot of shit in that fucking video. There's a lot of shit in that Court TV episode. What's up, Samantha? Thank you for hopping in. Oh no, I appreciate it. But you didn't even. Uh, it's no worries. Yeah. Well, it's like the Idaho 4 court hearings because that's what I thought of when I was told that they were going to be doing the show at 7:30 in the morning. My time is uh I was like, well, I thought it was an hour earlier for me, but I was I was like, man, I don't want to go live and this thing not work like it did for Idaho 4 a year and a half ago. And guess what? I had everything like prepped. I had dual recordings. I even recorded a version with like no layovers and stuff. I was like, hell yeah, man. I had all this shit set up this morning and it was like, thank you. And as I'm watching the interview while it's recording, I'm sitting there jotting down notes and everything. And I'm like, holy shit, this interview is fire. And I'm like, man, screw waiting until what time did they finally post it? Does anybody know? Because I think they waited until like 1 or 2 in the afternoon or something, didn't they? And they probably posted it earlier because we already posted it because usually they freaking make you wait till like 4 or 5 in the freaking afternoon. It's like, come on, man. It's like, come on. We ain't got that time, man. We need that shit now. Wished it was longer. Yes, but here's the thing, Heather. Here's the thing. Tomorrow, Jennifer Coffindaffer and the dog, that's where you get the wish that was longer. And guess what, Heather? You're going to get a better dog, I bet, tomorrow when it comes to length and when it comes to what's said and even the little nuggets that are going to fall. As everybody, it's just like skin cells for a body. Every time, you're walking, guess what? Skin cells are falling. Guess what? Every time you're talking, nuggets are falling, no matter what. So Jennifer Coffindaffer, I think it's going to be a great episode. I think we're going to learn even more tomorrow. And the fact that she had to postpone her show, because remember, it was supposed to be a week ago, and then she had to postpone it. And now it's like, okay, now we can do it now. Now I bet you, I'm glad that it happened, honestly, because I think that I bet you she went in there with 1 page, like say it was just 1 page of notes, right? I bet you she's got 3 pages now after it got rescheduled. She had to wait, didn't know when it was going to come back. She probably dug into it so much more than she did just to have him on as a guest. She probably really dug into it, like, what is going on? Right? You know her. Watch. I bet you tomorrow is going to be one of those videos that gets a ton of traffic for Jennifer Coffin Daffer because I think it's going to be a fire episode. She's supposed to be live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, uh, 1 o'clock Central. We're going to be starting our show at 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 p.m. Central. And I'm going to be going through some other stuff. And then what we're going to do is we're going to play it on like a half-hour delay. Um, so that way we could all watch it together too. But also we can be live for any updates that happen or any news that takes place during the middle of the day because that's when it happens, and also do the half-hour delay just so that way if anybody does need to go watch it live, go hit that live. But we always make sure we take a little time for all y'all to bounce real quick and go hit the like before we even chill back and watch it with that half-hour delay. Go drop some love to them first, for sure. All right. So this one, the team members you don't know are the true warriors behind this force, whatever it may be that we are literally watching unfold in real time. Flares are going up. Who will be the first wave? The white flag. We know who the players are, and it's a game. And then somebody put popcorn. The memes. Thank you for the green hearts. Appreciate it. Oh, baby angel's up. She probably wants to come up here. Come here. So, what do you guys want to go through first? Do you want to go through the lawyer that was on Mr.E Crimecast? Shout out to them. Appreciate them for their hard work. What's up, Taco? You guys want to go through the do you guys want to go through the footage where we're going to go through that neighborhood real quick, or do you guys want to see the lawyer stuff first? Let me know. Just type footage or lawyer in chat. Come here, babe. Where are you? Are you sleeping still? Oh, never mind. She's sleeping. She was just moving a little bit. Wait, is she up? No, it feels like she's up. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh, there you go. Lay down. Footage, then lawyer. Footage. Footage. All right, footage. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to share kind of so when I went there, like I always said, when I first go to an area, I look at security first, no matter what it is. It doesn't matter what the hell I'm looking at, I automatically go to security first and foremost. Am I able to get to it right away? Not always. So this is what I did. Okay, so I have two videos up. And like I said, so I took a screenshot to show you guys, okay? And where the Sony 4K and the GoPro 5.3K is, it covers up like the timestamp. I tried to clean it up, but it covers up the timestamp and the play and all that other stuff. But the screenshot is there to show you that you can have two tabs up on your computer screen, have one video up, the front video, the front view on your left. The side view is out the right window, so you put that on the right side. And then what you do is you hit play, and then you have like you're sitting in looking out the front window and the side window as I'm driving through the whole neighborhood. Now, what I did, because I only have it on one side, I didn't want to have it on three because trying to have three screens up at once, it's going to be a pain in the butt for most computers. Two, pretty easy. So what I did is I made sure I went up and down each side of the road so that way the right side of the vehicle captures every single part that you see in the front. So the videos, let me see here, and I'll share this real quick. This is what they're going to be. I'll drop the links, but you can see the thumbnails on it right here. Search GoPro, search Sony Cam. Now, these aren't for members or anything. These are for everybody. So anybody's more than welcome. And these are the two links. So you got the front, the GoPro 5.3, and you'll see one circled on the thumbnail. The GoPro is on the right-hand side. So this is going to be the link for the right-hand side or the video on the right. And then this is going to be the link for the video going forward that you put on the left. Okay? Just like I show you in that picture. If you have both of your tabs open and you slide it and you can have two up at the same time, you hit the play, it'll be like you're in the frickin' vehicle driving around in the neighborhood. Now, my muffler was shit back then, so just as a heads up, I'm not really talking during the videos or nothing. So just go ahead and hit mute on each one because you're not going to have to hear nothing. Just hit mute on each one and you don't have to hear my shitty muffler, okay? Just as a heads up. But I wanted to post those. Okay, those have been out for a while. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to go through the raw footage, okay? And we're going to go to that certain part where it's that T section, all right? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use the front camera to figure out what timestamp I need to go to on the side camera. So 1 second here. All right, so here's the front. There we go, same time. All right, so now it's going to be exactly the same on each file. All right. So I basically said, all right, same time. I hit the button. I literally went click, click at the same time, so it's the exact same. Here, let me get rid of this too. So it's going to be a minute before I go down that part of the T section. Here, let me switch that. All right, there we go. So I'm looking for a timestamp. Now, right here, so what we just did, and I'll go to the map here. What we just did, whoops. Okay. So what we just did, all right, is we started off right here, right next to this sign on Kelly Lane, okay? We started off right next to this sign on Kelly Lane. I'll back up so you can see where we're at to the house, okay? We started right here on Kelly Lane, and I first went up and I took a left. And so right now here in the beginning, you see me go around this cul-de-sac right here. Then I'm going to go back to Kelly Lane. Then I'm going to go forward. So I'm on the cul-de-sac right now. I'm going to turn left on Kelly Lane. And I'm just trying to find the timestamp I drive by that T section there. All right, so now we're driving down a little bit more. And then we're going to come up to Stafford, but instead we're going to keep going, right? So right here. So I need to pause my footage here. I need to jot this timestamp down. We're going to go to here. Let me back up a skosh. I want to make sure I can see that T section. Here, let me see here. Let me get a better timestamp here to start looking. So this is just a couple weeks after it took place, okay? This is back I think no, this is right in the beginning, I think, when I first got there. Or one of the first couple days. No, I could have no, it had to be the first day I got there because as soon as I got there, I went to the neighborhood and peeped all the security. So from right here, so from the 117 timestamp, I need to go from there. We're going to look at, everything on the side as it was when Sebastian went missing. Good evening, Susbusters. What's up, Cherry Cherry? All right, so we're going to basically all this. All right. We're not going to go through everything tonight. I'm just going to go through where that T section is at. Because trust, one night we're going to go through this whole video and we're going to pick it apart, okay? Because there's a lot of people that are using Google Maps, which is a year and a half old, okay? Or using current footage or footage that was from a couple months ago. And this is from just a couple weeks after he went missing. All right, so right here. Okay, so I'll pause it here in a second and I'll show you where we're at. Okay, so right there where I took that turn. So what I did was first, I started off on Kelly Lane by the sign. You'll see that on the side footage when we start to go through it. Turned left on Winton Court, came back around, drove down Kelly Lynn Lane, and I went up Kelly Lynn Lane. And then when I took that big kind of curve to the right and then we're right here. I basically went this way and then I turned here and I start to drive down Devon Court to the left, okay? So that's where we're at. You're going to see me continue to drive down Devon Court, turn around on the cul-de-sac, come down here, and then head back down Kelly Lane. Like I said, just like this photo here, I got the front and I got the side with you guys in mind because I wanted you guys to be able to take both of the videos, the front and the side, be able to do it split screen on your computer, and you could basically ride in the vehicle, see it for yourself. If you see something on the front camera, jot a timestamp down, go look at the side camera. If you want to see, oh, wait a minute, maybe this might be an area, and this is what I'm doing tonight. I'm using the front camera to then figure out where I need to look on the side camera. That's why it's very important. And this is just a couple weeks after he went missing, okay? I encourage anybody, if you have the availability to do the two videos at once and then hit play, left, right, play, I'm telling you right now, is going to be, it'll really help, especially when it comes to, because listen, there's a lot of people doing great work out there. Doing with stuff that I don't have software for, and I honestly I don't have time behind a computer that much to be able to do that stuff they do. We each have our own unique capabilities and expertise and all that, and so maybe this footage, and I'll drop the links to for you guys again. Maybe this footage might help these people out. I don't think anybody really knows about this footage because of how long ago we put it out there. I mean, I think we dropped it in the middle of April. I think, is when I finally got the time to like sit down and actually upload it. Here's the link for the front view, which will be on your left. Okay. Here's the link for your front view. That'll be on the left. Here's the link for the side view. That'll be on your right. All right, so we're going to go back to this. That's where we're at. Here's the cul-de-sac. We're going to turn around. The front is the Sony 4K. The right side is the GoPro 5.3K. And like I said, make sure you hit mute. My muffler's shit. And so a couple bugs decided to hit my window at the last minute before I got in there. So, all right. So now we're turning right. If you're just joining again, this is where we're at on the map. We're at this intersection right here. We just came through this cul-de-sac. Now we're on Devon Court. We're going to turn down Kelly Lynn Lane. All right, so now I need to look for the next timestamp. I don't know if I need to look too much on the right side, because honestly, I don't know if the right side, but there is a couple houses I want to check out. So, okay, let me see here. I might have to rewind it a bit because I need to be able to see. Okay, so let me see here. Hold on. So we got this house. Okay, hold on. Let me rewind. At 3:45. Let's go back here. Okay, so we're at the top of the hill. Okay, so let me go from right. Let's just start from right here. I don't have to go too crazy at 3:41, but shortly after that, I need to really look. All right. And let me see here. We're going to look. Okay, there's 2 more timestamps I need to get. So we're basically going to be going through here. So we're going to, this is automatically, this goes all the way through. So as we're turning right, we're going to get all this. And then what I do here is I keep going forward. Like I said, my camera's on my right. I'm covering everything on the right completely in one swoop. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Appreciate you. And I'm sorry, doing these all the screen shares here, I'm kind of blocking some stuff. I apologize. Let me get rid of some things so I can see chat a little better. So we're going to keep going all the way through here because this is the whole time is what we need. And basically, once we turn the corner and then go to exit, that's when it'll basically stop. So a couple seconds in the beginning just to get a few of the houses on the right side. Then it's going to be a big swoop going all the way around. So what we might do is I might do a little bit of it tonight. We'll get through that lawyer and then let's see how much time we have. And if I have more time, then I'll start working on it. And we're going to have, I'll probably, honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this tomorrow. When we go live at noon tomorrow, what I'm going to do is while we wait to do that half-hour delay for Jacoff, what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to work some more on this because look, all of these, I mean, from 3 minutes and 41 seconds, all the way through. We're at 5 minutes and 58 seconds. It needs analyzed. Even these, because who knows what these might have got. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're almost done here. Oh, I go up one more time. All right, hold on 1 second. Oh shoot, let me go to where was it at? 6. So I go around one more time. Whoops, hold on. All right, we're at 6. Oh, that's awesome. About Miley Cyrus? That's cool. Shit, shout out to her. That's neat. That's awesome. And there's a video from a local news channel. I apologize. We forgot to cover it here before we went into the footage. I apologize. All right, so I might have a better picture on. So I went through it again on the 6 minute mark. So that's a double loop at 6 minutes. So we'll mark that 6 minutes. And I will, I'll work on this more tomorrow while we wait. So right at noon Central, 1 Eastern, we'll be live. And I'll be working on this until, so we'll probably be working on it about an hour and a half before we watch that. All right, so I think I'm done with this part, and then I just keep going forward, and then I leave. I didn't realize I did a swoop. I don't know. Maybe I'm like, you know what? Just to make sure, because what if a bird's flying in the way or something? You need to go, you got to get it twice. Get it once, swoop through twice. You never know when a bird's coming. All right, so I go here. I don't do the second loop there. Beautiful. Okay, so that ends. Let me rewind it to Scotia and see when that ends. No, I still need to keep it though. The double loop ends at 7:48. All right, and then from 7:48 and basically all the way out. I need to start my video 00 to 1 minute and 25 seconds for the first part. Okay. All right. So now that I know where all of the stuff is at that I need to figure out on the side, we're going to pull up the side video. All right. So here's this. Like I said, if you're just joining, where we're starting again, just like the front, we're starting right at, see this sign right here on the screen? I don't know. Can you? Yeah, you can. See this sign right here on the screen? This is where we're starting at. We're going to go up Kelly Lane. We're going to turn left on Winton Court. We're going to hit the cul-de-sac. We're going to go around. We're going to go forward. We're going to proceed up Kelly Lynn Lane. When we get to this intersection here, we turn left on Devon Court. We turn around here, then turn right down Kelly Lynn Lane, come down, come down, come down, come down. We turn right down Stafford Court. We come up here. We come up here to the cul-de-sac, come on down. When we get to Waltham Court, we pull in here, turn around at the cul-de-sac, turn left, go back down Stafford Court, come back up to the cul-de-sac, turn back around, come back down, and then we go down Stafford Court, exiting Kelly Lynn Lane, and we basically hit every single freaking house right there in those connected streets every single one of them in one swoop. All right. So this is where we started at the sign. Now, the reason that I have the GoPro 5.3 on the side is that way anybody, because obviously I can't trespass, okay? I don't trespass. It's just not what we're about. So the reason I put the 5.3K on the right is because I wanted, it's going to be the most important footage. Number two, it's because with how far away I have to be from some of these houses, I wanted you all to have the absolute most clarity when it comes to the pause button. All right. So I'm not going to look too hard at this one right now. That's going to be a lot more work. We're going to cover the whole neighborhood. It's probably going to take a couple shows because we're not going to do it on a whole show. We'll probably split it up in different parts. The main one that I'm going to be focused on right now is at the 117-minute mark. And that's when I'm going to start looking at a couple houses there. And then I'm going to show you what's real on Google and what's not. So again, we turn down that road, we're hitting the cul-de-sac, then we're coming back up. I have a lot of footage to drop for you guys for Sebastian too, into the investigator membership whenever that comes. But like I said, it'll just be the dates that the footage was taken and then the file number, and then I can make adjustments if you guys think it should be out there. It's going to be all the footage that I don't publish, but it's going to be published for you. All right, 110, 112, 114, 115, 116, 117. All right, now let me see where I'm at on Google Maps. So I'm looking at, okay, so let me take a mental picture. All right, we're going to switch back to this. And we're going to drop ourselves down on Kelly. Whoa. We're going to drop ourselves down on Kelly Lynn Lane. And I believe where we are at, yep, it's right here. Okay, so I believe where we're at is right here. Let me look at it again. Wait. No, this right here. Okay, yep. Here's the 2 trees, 3 trees. Okay. Basketball hoop. Big garage door, small garage door. All right. But mainly you can tell from these trees. So now we're going to go back here and see how the trees are. Now what we can do is we can take a screenshot and see exactly what they had available. And listen, this has nothing to do about going around somebody's property to see their whole security. That was never done. I don't do that. I'm not interested in it. What I am interested in is what security could have caught Sebastian on their camera. That's what I'm concerned about. So when it comes to going through this stuff, it has nothing to do about that. It has everything to do about seeing what video could have gotten Sebastian. Because if I wanted to do that, then I would have rocked around all the houses. You know what I mean? And no, it's not even what we're about or have time for. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and scoot it up a little bit now that I know where I'm at. So we're going to back out here. And I'm going to let's go to the side of that house, actually. Because with the structure, when we're looking at the structure on the left where the tree's at, if there was any kind of camera footage, I'm going to look at that garage, though, on the right. But with this house to our left, if there was any kind of camera that's on the front where there's access, it's going to be blocked already from the structure coming out on the left-hand side where that tree's at. So let me see here. So we're at 118. So let me pull up the raw video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of the raw video at 118. Let me make sure here. 118. Let's see here. Okay, 1. All right, 118. So let me take a screenshot here. And we're going to examine this here real quick. Again, we are... Let me zoom out. So if we're looking forward, this is where we're looking. If we're looking backward, that's where we're looking backward. If we're on the map, we are right there. All right, so 118 screenshot. Let's see. Okay, so here's the screenshot. And let's zoom in here. Okay, so this was just a couple weeks. So they got a new backboard. Or they must, yeah, they got a new backboard. All right, let me see. I don't see nothing there. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Okay, I'm not seeing anything there. That would have caught it because if you look at it from this, it's going to be pointing towards the intersection, okay? Not that it would be really close, but it's going to be pointed towards the intersection. That's what you'll be amazed. I know there's a lot of people and when it comes to the footage, there's a lot of people that think there's cameras that are hanging off the gutters, especially right here, but a lot of them are not cameras. I see a lot of people making the mistake, and you can see it on my footage, especially with the GoPro. I'll share the GoPro one again because I really feel like that one, but you need the front one to figure out exactly where you're at sometimes. But with the side view, you can literally look to see if there is a camera or it's just a gutter system. There's a lot of people that are mistaking gutter systems for cameras, okay? Here's the link for the GoPro. You'll probably, I mean, I'm just saying, I need the front view to figure, unless you want to spend a long ass time trying to figure it out. But a lot of people are getting those confused. That is a major confusion out there in the community right now, where a lot of people are thinking these are cameras and they're not. They're just part of the gutter system, or they're just lights. All right, let me see here. Now, obviously, like I said already, if there was some kind of security here, it's obviously not going to catch it because you have this structure right here that's going to block the view of that T section there. So, okay, so we're done with that one. Let's continue on. All right, so let's pause it right there. So I need to get a screenshot at 121. So give me one moment. And I apologize that this does take a little bit of time to do this. And that's why we're not going to spend, the whole night doing it. I want to do just a little bit, get it started, and do some work on it tomorrow. And if it takes that's what we're going to do. All right. So let me take a screenshot here. Oh, Hey, baby. Can you guys see her? Hold on. Baby. There you go. All right, let me get a screenshot. I messed up that one. All right, so here's that. Let me go here. Okay, there's that one. Let me see here. Here's that one. Okay, so let's stop this one and let's switch to this one. Okay, so here's this. So you guys saw the video. All right, let's see if this would have caught anything. See what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, and I'm not saying this is the house, but you'll see all the way up around this neighborhood, people, because they're using Google, okay? Because they're using Google, they're not seeing that these aren't cameras. So to a Google eye, this will look like, damn, this person's got a camera going this way and that way. No, it's not cameras. These are lights. Some of them look like, but they're part of the gutter system. You saw the gutter system on the other house. This one, you're seeing. Whoa, you're seeing the camera. All right, so here's the next one. Let me see. Lights. There's nothing back here. And like I said, you can use my 4K my 4.3 or 5.3, whatever it is. Yeah, 5.3. You can use that video to do your own screenshots and to figure out, hey, you know what I mean? Because I'm not the best at this shit. Now I'll have to go a little bit farther because if there is going to be a camera, it'll probably be on the right side by the doorbell or by the doorknob. That's not going to catch anything because of the structure. Just make sure we ain't got nothing hitting the roof. Okay, nothing there. Again, lights. Part of the gutter. You can see it over here too. It sticks way out right there. All right, so I'm going to actually have to go just a skosh more. And so let me take another photo here. Let's see here. So I need to go up just like another second or so. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's stretch, baby. All right, let's save this one. All right, let's pull this one up now. All right, let's see. Stop. It's this one right here. The doorknob's over here. And that's hard to tell. I might have to go another second to get a different kind of lighting. So let me see something here. So basically, let me look at the rest. Okay, so let me look. So let me go here. Okay, so right here. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, no way. What? Oh, shit. So it's got the same white car in the driveway. Oh, shit. It's got it's the exact same as it was a year and a half ago. Look at that view. So let me see. Where's this? Okay, hold on. Let me go back here. Okay, so right about here is straight on. So it's gonna have basically it's gonna be like that. Well, that would definitely not only potentially if somebody's parking right here or over here and they're walking through here, now it would be small, but you might be able to see how many people are in the vehicle driving by, even if it's silhouettes. You might be able to see something. So this address, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it down because when we go into the dispatch, I'm going to see 1008. I'm going to see what's said about 1008 on the dispatch when we go through that. What's up, church girl? He just showed the interview, CJ. What's that? Thank you, Sherry. 124. Oh, I know. She's getting huge, ain't she? 500K up subdivision. Why are they gone? I don't know. That's a good question, Mary Joey. Let me see here. Always notice the gutters. Yeah. A lot of custom gutters. Hat dropped a new vid. This footage. This is footage 2 weeks into March. Yeah, it was like, when was it? It was like the middle end of March. It was right out. It was right after we got done doing the Riley Strain search. We were down there searching for Riley Strain, and then the community for like a few days was pleading with us to go up and help search for Sebastian because of what we were helping with Riley and so we didn't even none of us knew who he was or whatever. It was just like, all right, I'm gonna go back. That night after I was done with the Riley Strain, I went back, and then the next day I went down to Hendersonville and started working for. Basically, learned everything on the road that first trip as I was heading down there. To me, it didn't matter who it was. It was just the community was reaching out for me to help, and I said, why not? You know, I'm able to make it, and with the ability to be able to make it, I'm there. Nice homes, light. Yeah, that's true because there's not that many lights there at night, right? Dark as hell. Court TV interview Ollie posted. Okay. Dispatch did mention 1008. 1008 is the first one. I'm going to have a whole list of house numbers right here in this area, but really, and then at the same time as I'm jotting the list of the house numbers I want to listen to for on dispatch, then I'm going to, I'm writing that down as I'm like scanning everything right here just to totally go through it. It'll just take a while. Okay, so there's that. So we're right here. So basically it would have caught no, I'm up here now. I just had to get the address. So I'm right at the front door. Basically it would have gave you something a little like this. Like that. So it should have got. Now if the car didn't have tinted windows, if he was abducted, or if you see some activity going on in the camera, it should have picked up maybe some silhouettes, and maybe you saw a couple silhouettes up front. Ow, kitty. And like one in the back or something. Who knows? It's just an idea. All right, so now let me see. Holy shit, it's already 10 after 9. Let me leave it at that for now. I'll be working on it some more tomorrow. I want to get to this lawyer stuff. Let's get into the lawyer stuff first. See where we're at. I might continue to do some more when we're done. But first, I do want to check out what I forgot to show you guys. I forgot to show you guys the local video that they had about the cease and desist. So if you're confused about here, this is basically what I put together when we first went down there. It took me a few weeks to get it together and post it because it was basically during my day break or whatever in between searching. When we were out there searching days in a row, but the main goal is so you guys can use both of these videos to kind of do your own. This is footage just from a few weeks after he was missing. You can do your own kind of research. It's for the community. I'm starting to do some of it, and I'll be doing more of it tomorrow. We'll finish more on it tomorrow. But basically, you could start doing it on your own if you wanted. I'll put both links in chat, and then we'll go ahead and watch these videos real quick. This is the GoPro 5.3, and that'll be on your right hand side. And then this is the Sony that is going to be on your left hand side, and this is the front view. So there's those two links. Go ahead and check it out. We'll be going more into it tomorrow. So basically 1008, and we're going to cover that whole intersection probably before we get to the Coffin Daffer stuff tomorrow. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. But like I said, it's for community. But when I went there and when I first got there, I always think security number one. No matter what case I'm working on, it's always security number one. And I wanted to make sure, because it does take community in order to move mountains. And so that's why I said, you know what, I need to do front, I need to do side, click same time, do it in one big swoop. Again, what I did is I started off, and you'll see, especially from the side video, what I did is I started off at this sign right here on Kelly Lynn Lane. I drove up Kelly Lynn Lane, turned left onto Winton, went down Winton around the cul-de-sac. I have the camera on the right. The camera on the right covers the front of every single house in these couple street area. Then I turned left on Kelly Lynn Lane. I drove down Kelly Lynn Lane all the way down. Okay, I'll zoom out a little bit. All the way down to Devon Court, turned left on Devon Court, circled around, came back down to Kelly Lynn Lane. Then when I got to Stafford Court, remember the camera's on the right side covering everything. That's why I'm doing loops. Then I turn right on Stafford Court, come down, turn around on the cul-de-sac, come back down. Then I go into Waltham Court, cul-de-sac, come back around. And in case there's any birds in the shot or whatever, I do another swoop of Stafford and I turn left again and go up Stafford, cul-de-sac, come back down, come around to Stafford, turn right on Kelly Lynn Lane, and then I exit right there. And so that's basically the whole video for front and side. You might need the front to see like if you go to the beginning of how I'm starting this, if you approach it the same way, you'll be able to see how it works. You use the front, you get the side figured out, use Google Maps. I encourage that too. And then basically you can just move on down, kind of like what we're doing. I'm not going to get the footage, like this is obvious. If these houses have footage right here, all right, it's obvious already. It should have something. What I'm trying to look at right now is the houses that should really, really have something right here in this specific area, because if he was taken, then somewhere around here we're going to figure out exactly what houses did have it at that moment. Okay, because it's different. People can put stuff up now, they can take stuff down, they could take any moment, but this is right a couple weeks after. So this is why it's important, because, and I encourage anybody to dig through it, please, because literally we can be like, yo, and then we take that information, put it to the dispatch, listen to the dispatch with all the notes and the photos from each one, and then we could really truly break down the whole neighborhood. Like I said, I wasn't interested in getting people's security systems. That's not what it's about, because if it was, I'd be doing all this. No, I'm not. I don't do that. I don't trespass. It's all about personal property. I'm just interested in on the cameras that could have caught Sebastian. That's it. So please, if anybody needs the links, let me know. I'll drop them again. We'll get more into it tomorrow, noon Central. I do want to play this local video here real quick. I apologize we didn't play it at the beginning of the show. I do want to play that real quick. And then I want everybody to hear what Nick the Hat's lawyer had to say when it comes to exactly what they're trying to mean, when it comes to like what is really legit and what it shouldn't be about. You know what I mean? And so I think it's important. I know it's scared a lot of people, but really, if you're about the peace, positivity, and progress from the beginning, you ain't got nothing to worry about. If you're there to do the job and you're there to do it the right way, then there's nothing to worry about, right? Now, other things might happen. Hey, life is life. Shit happens. Something might come my direction, but at least it's documented. At least it's there for the truth, period. Very informative. Thank you. And I apologize. That we can't spend more time on it. I've just been live since early morning, going all day. And I got a long day tomorrow, because we'll be on with 3 shows tomorrow too, going into different cases, all 3 different cases tomorrow too. So I apologize for not having a late show this evening. All right, so let me go to this. This is WKRN. This is from a couple hours ago, and this is the cease and desist letters that's been sent in Sebastian's case.
I'm just hoping for a positive outcome from this.
Since February, Seth Rogers has actively searched and advocated for his missing 15-year-old son, Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian went missing from his home in Hendersonville in February and has not been seen since. Earlier this month, Dwayne Chapman, better known as Dog the Bounty Hunter, and his team joined in on the search for Sebastian.
They bring an investigative team and they bring a legal team. And all of those things are things that were desperately needed.
Dog is also offering a $100,000 reward to anyone with information.
This is not the first rodeo for me finding a missing child.
But Dog and Seth say they have faced online threats that go beyond opinions.
It's really bad. I mean, they have threatened, Seth's family.
What Lesniak is doing is he is issuing cease and desists with a copy of the federal injunctions attached as a warning shot.
The law offices of Joseph Lesniak, representing Seth Rogers, Tony Mathis, and Dog the Bounty Hunter, as well as several other individuals, cites 11 reasons.
Oh, my bad. Well, we watched the Court TV episode earlier. We watched Court TV episode earlier, and they said that I thought wasn't that Dog's lawyer that was on first? The pinstripe suit, the red tie. Yeah, this is a kitty on my shoulders. Hi, baby. We rescued her from a hurricane in Myrtle Beach when we were working on the Micah Miller case. She was about 3 weeks old. She couldn't open her eyes. She could barely breathe. She was skinny as hell, shaking, all alone, just crying. And then at that moment, I had no choice. I had to be a cat dad. Hey, baby. She's just hiding out on my shoulders. That's her favorite spot. Either my shoulders, my feet, or the recliner over there. And right now, she's loving my hat for some reason.
For the cease and desist letter. Some of the examples include the encouragement of false allegations, flooding of false leads, undermining reward credibility, and interference with the search operation. Lesniak says going forward, he recommends social media users explicitly state that they are sharing their opinion, not fact.
We believe that this happened. My opinion is I allegedly, this is what I've heard. Those types of words then clue listeners into, okay, this is not fact. This is somebody's opinions.
Lesniak tells me continued legal action will be dependent on the response of the recipients and what his clients ultimately decide.
We are going to take every single one of these online troublemakers, bullies, or whatever that is, all the way to the woodshed, legally.
To the woodshed? He's got, first he said, all the way to Rome or something? All roads lead to Rome. And then he said, we're going to take him to the woodshed. I ain't never heard the woodshed one. What does that mean? What does that woodshed one mean? No, she's not chill now, is she? She wants her fish. Usually she's like, she probably napped for a while on my shoulder. You want your fish? You want your fish? You want your fish? You want your fish? Hold on, let me play the rest of this. Let me get her fish.
If you have any information, you're asked to call Dog's Tip Line, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, TBI, or your local FBI office. Those numbers are on our website at WKRN.com.
All right, so here's the link for that if you want that as well. Let me share that with you guys. And, all right, we're going to go to the episode Mr.E. Crimecast, I believe it was. Yes, Mr.E.'s Crimecast. Shout out to them. They had Mr. Lesniak on yesterday, so we're going to check it out. I think it was on there for about 50 minutes or so, and that's pretty much what we're going to go through. I encourage you, if you want to watch the whole episode, please go. Regardless, even if you don't, go show some love to the video. I'll drop both links in chat to sub and for the video. Definitely go hit the like and leave a heart or a trophy as a comment. It's the couple ways to help. So let me hit the like real quick, baby. And let me share his link. Oh yeah, she's wanting the fish. Oh man. She's getting all restless now. I don't want daddy's shoulders. Do ya? Swinging your tail. You just want your fish. All right, here we go. And I'll drop the link to the video here in chat. Let me speed it up a little bit. And we're going to hear what he has to say. Shout out to them. I think they have like a little music in the beginning. There we go. Shout out.
Welcome to the Mr.E Crimecast, everyone. I am Mr.E. I'm, of course, joined by Mrs. E, our guest, Auntie, and shortly we will have a guest on the show, Mr. Joseph Lesniak. So we're excited to have him here. Welcome to everyone that's new to our channel, and of course, all of our members. I want to thank all the mods for coming in and helping us this morning also. A few things, if you are new to us, and many of you I'm sure are, just to kind of let you know what we are about. We started our true crime channel 4 months ago. We are locals to Sumner County with a son with autism, and we're deeply emotionally attached to the story of Sebastian. Became invested in it right away. Over time, we just,
what was that?
We would talk these theories through, and felt like there really wasn't a place online having the conversations that Mrs. E and I were often having, and wanted to just start our own thing and do a place where we could have factually based theorizing, where we're not really searching to prove an agenda or a point of view, but just seeking truth, whatever truth is, even if it contradicts our previously held assumptions or beliefs. So that we're a truth-seeking channel, and that's our mission here. And many of you have joined along with us over the last few months in an amazing way. We've had incredible support from other YouTube channels, of course, folks that are here with us every time we go live, and we appreciate it.
These are really cool people, you know, like Mr. and Mrs. E. Like, they're so down to earth. And oh, multiple dings in the video. Okay. Someone's unmuted messenger. These are like some down to earth people. Like, and shout out to them. I just came in to show them support, you know, like I do. And I noticed the lawyer was on. I wanted to go in there and thank them for their work and their efforts and their dedication. And you know, I appreciate them very much. So more down to earth people, you know. You got to move forward. You don't want to be stuck. I know you don't want to. I know you want your fish. Hold on.
All of you. So that is really kind of what we are all about. As far as the case goes, that is the Sebastian Rogers disappearance has been 90% of our focus. Anytime there's news with Sebastian, we're covering that. If you're unfamiliar with his story, he disappeared sometime between February 25th and the morning of February 26th.
Here,
a 15-year-old boy with autism, and it has captured the hearts and emotions of everyone in the community, and really actually all over the world. There's thousands of people worldwide invested in the story. And there has not been a lot of great news or developments. 6-month anniversary, the FBI reward was announced. This is a massive turning point that led us all to the conclusion that this is now really more of a criminal investigation, either an abduction or something worse. We're not sure, but that's what the FBI told us with that reward. And then a few weeks later, we got the amazing announcement that Dog the Bounty Hunter and his team were now contracted to get involved.
Oh my gosh, hold on a minute. One moment. I apologize. I didn't see these already. Oh my gosh. I apologize. Contribution call out. This was a while ago. Man, what's up, StreamYard? It's now showing and it says, CJ, I always look forward to hearing from you. You are a godsend. Much love and respect. Thanks for all that you do for Sebastian. Cindy, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words, the support, and the love and respect that you give to the community, because I'm just 1/14,000th of a part of that, and it takes everybody to be able to row that boat together. And hanging with Heather with a $9.99 super sticker. Is it gonna show up? There it is. Oh, there it is. Let me heart that from Cindy. Thank you very much. And is that a kitty or a fox? I don't know, saying thank you, but thank you. I appreciate you. and your contribution to the community and the energy that you provide to the atmosphere. Appreciate it very much. Thank you so much for your support. By the way, YouTube, go get your fish. What are you doing? YouTube has been very buggy lately. So if you do experience any issues or you feel like the chat ain't showing or something's freezing, just back out. Make sure you close out. Otherwise, if you back out and come back in, it ain't going to work. It'll just keep the same problem. Make sure you back out, close out, then come back in, and then it should refresh any issue that you're having for YouTube, especially this week. It's been overload of issues. So just just as a heads up, it's nothing about the production. It's just YouTube.
Involved. And that of course, Dog works with At Night Media. And so we did a little investigating into that. And from there, everyone was thrilled, I think, about that announcement. Then there started to be some skepticism and lots of digging, which is all great. We always need to vet everything that comes up. And then something has happened at some point with the organization that has led to the legal team getting involved with At Night, and that's what we're going to end up talking about today. We met. I think Joseph is waiting now. Do we have any other announcements before we get started? We probably want to talk about just politeness in the chat. Mm-hmm. So mods, if you will help us with that, we're going to have Joseph Lesniak is going to be a guest of ours. He's in our house, so please, no disrespect to anyone in our chat or to Mr. Lesniak. So we won't tolerate that today at all. So if you see anything close to that, we're just going to remove them immediately. So that's a one chance kind of situation. So questions will be great. I don't know.
It's the same thing, and it's always been the same thing here. I'm going to go ahead and drop it. I'm sure it's already popped up already, but I'm going to go ahead and activate it from Nightbot. This community is peace, positivity, and progress. This channel is about the PPP. No rude or disrespectful comments. If you can't follow the PPP, we have no choice but to ban you. No explanation necessary, because this is the explanation. That's why I appreciate you all so much, and thanks for putting the PPP emoji out there in chat. Appreciate you guys so much.
I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of time with him. Maybe
you have to
15
do
minutes or so. So we will try to get right to it.
You got to do it.
And also be respectful to each other in chat.
Right,
and
exactly.
Other creators. We have a lot of other creators in here. I saw Justin's in here. He's helping us out moderating today. I think Smiley's World is in here. BHB, of course, is here. Well, we want to welcome the other creators. And I think that's it.
Yeah. So
okay. You ready? Let's roll.
Let's do it.
All right.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good, Mr.E. How are you?
Great. We really do appreciate you joining us. There are a lot of folks here that are excited to hear what you have to say and understand the future of the investigation with At Night. So I might just kind of, if we could start, if you wouldn't mind, to tell us a little bit about your professional background and how you became affiliated with At Night and all of these folks involved.
Sure, absolutely. First off, I always find it scary that people are waiting to hear from an attorney, because our profession does not normally have the best reputation at clear cut and information that people can actually.
He's like, shoot.
Obfuscating, deflecting, and moving things around.
That's funny.
My kids used to ask me, "What do you do for a living, Daddy?" I was like, "Well, I pick papers up from one side of my desk and I put them to the other side." Like, what do you do in between? I'm like, I just pick them up and put them to the other side. So that's what my 8-year-old and my 11-year-old believe I do professionally. There's, of course, a lot more to it. So I am a real lawyer. I do represent Nick the Hat, as he's known colloquially, as well as At Night and Dog the Bounty Hunter. So I know I figured I would get that out of the way right at the beginning, because there are a lot of people I know over the past 24 hours if I exist and whether or not I am Nick's attorney. So I can assure you, as we sit here today, that I am. I have been Nick's attorney for a number of years.
Oh, wow.
So as you can imagine, in the media realm, people get into trouble, and it happens, and things fly, and emotions fly, and this case is no different. And my client likes to kind of get in there and be a part of things like this, whatever it is.
Thank you so much. Really, I hate that we have to wait this long to get to it, but I just want to say thank you so much. And And thanks for doing this video. I think it's important. I think knowledge is the key. And I think with you, you guys are awesome people. Peace, positivity, and progress all the way. Down to earth approach, and just about the facts, and about being, doing it respectfully too. So it's nice to see other channels out there that are promoting the same kind of energy, because that's what it's about. That's the only way we're going to get things done. So shout out to you, shout out to Mrs. E, shout out to your guest, shout out to Aunt E, and shout out to Joseph, for you guys doing a great show, and thank you so much. And I'm glad that we get to share it with the community tonight. Appreciate you very much. Yes. Appreciate you very much. Thank you so much.
Helping to seek justice, and sometimes other people don't appreciate that. But personally, I'm a graduate of Villanova Law School. I went there. I was at Villanova University prior to that. I was on scholarship there, got a degree in political science and education, then ended up going to law school there, and started out in the district attorney's office in Delaware County in Pennsylvania. It's a county right outside of Philadelphia. So it's where half the Philadelphia airport is, as I like to tell people. A very populated county in Pennsylvania, one of the fourth most populated county.
What's up, Erica? Thank you.
By area-wise. So there's about 550,000 people. So we had an office of about 40 prosecutors. Ended up in the special victims unit of that office.
Oh, wow.
Domestic violence cases. I didn't understand domestic violence because I was raised by an Irish Catholic woman. So the idea of somebody hitting a woman and getting away with it was shocking to me, because my mother would never allow that to happen.
Wow, he started off in the special victims unit. That's interesting. I would have never thought. I don't know. I would have never thought that. I would have just thought, entertainment or something like that. That's what I was looking at, is like entertainment, whatever. He's like, hey, a lot of people in the entertainment, they get in trouble, And with him starting off with the special victims unit, bravo, bro. Bravo.
So it was a real eye-opener starting in that, and then moving into child abuse, child pornography cases.
Wow.
Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force is actually based out of Delaware County. It's one of the only state that have task forces that's in a local county. Most of them are either the state AG's office, Attorney General's office, or the state police. So but our county got that and was responsible for a number of breakthroughs in investigating those cases in the early 2000s, and doing cases like traveler cases where people would come thinking they were going to have relations with a child. I used to do a number of those cases. Now that most of those are pleas, to child abuse, child sexual assault, adult sexual assault cases. And in 2012, I left the office and started my own practice on the defense side. A lot of people go, how can you switch roles?
Interesting.
These are emotionally driven cases, no matter what role you're in. As a prosecutor, I always looked at what is the defense in this case, if any. And now as a defense attorney, I kind of know what the prosecution is. In fact, I was just in trial last week, and the prosecutor basically gave my closing argument that I used to give many years ago, almost word for word. I was singing along to it kind of in my mind as she was saying it. So I've been a private defense attorney for, I guess, now 10 years in my own firm. I had an opportunity to possibly move to a different firm or bigger firm, but I really like actually being my own boss. There is something to that. One of the things about being a prosecutor is there's a lot of politics and public image that goes into it, and being told what to do. And I never was really good at being told what to do.
Same.
And I was never really good at being bullied either.
Same.
And so on this side, I can kind of help people who have been bullied by the system.
Right.
And there are truly, honestly, people who are charged with these serious crimes that are, are either
it's like, because I was bullied as a child until 3rd grade, until I whooped 2 kids' ass at the same time, and I said, holy shit, I can do that. And then after that, it became a different story for them bullies. They didn't bully, and when they bullied other people, I rushed up on them. Because it's like, you know what? And that was my whole life through school. I didn't even need to know you. People that I went to school with, they could tell you. I didn't even need to know you. If I saw another bully attacking somebody else, I rushed them. Oh, trust me, I rushed them. I'd come flying from across the freaking courtyard. I rushed them. Because it's like, you know what? I'm going to teach you and all you other ones what you should be treating another human being like. And if somebody else ain't going to teach you, I'll fucking teach you. I didn't whoop those two kids' ass in 3rd, 4th grade. I didn't whoop their ass and then go, well, I'm going to be a bully too. No, it wasn't about that. It was like, you know what? I didn't even know that I could do this. I didn't even know that I could do that. I was so fucking scared before that. Like the bullies was horrible. Didn't even know I could do it. And when I did that and I said, holy shit. And then they said and looked at me and they went, holy shit. And I'm like, yeah, you ain't messing with people no more. Man, this dude, listen, this is way more than I expected from this guy. I expected I told you guys I was a piece of shit before and then I became PPP after. This dude, man, I didn't expect none of that. I was thinking like entertainment lawyer, whatever, but man, that's impressive stuff. And then not only you go from the prosecution, but then you go and you're in 10 years on the defense side too. Like that's knowledge right there. Both sides of the fence. Dude, this dude sounds like he's like in it to win it, you know?
Are innocent. They really, they have alibis, they have information and evidence in their favor that, the other side just doesn't want to see, and as a prosecutor, I sit there and go, well, we'll just let the jury decide. But you realize by the time you get to a jury trial in these cases, the public image has already gone out the window. The newspaper, it's interesting how the newspaper will put all the horrible stuff in, but when the acquittal happens, they tend not to publish that, or it gets to page like 26. And so that's how I got involved with Nick many years ago. As a younger person, he did some things, pushed the edges. He likes to kind of be on the edge there. I'm much more conservative.
Yeah, you see that right there. Nick likes to push the edges. Yeah, he does. And he's got a big grin to it too.
So in that realm, I try not to push necessarily the edges, but I certainly have no problem advocating for people and their rights.
Let's be honest, we do here too. That's why a lot of people talk shit about us out there, because I'm a little brash, but I ain't about no bullshit. Let's get to it and let's keep going towards the focus, the goal.
Have a constitution for a reason.
No bullshit.
We have civil liberties.
That's just me.
I teach American government at the local Penn State campus. I have been doing that for 12 years, in which I remind myself every semester what our civil liberties are, what they represent, that they're not just lip service. I know when COVID hit, there was a lot of lip service and people going, are they coming back? Are we going to have these civil liberties again? And the answer is yes, they never went away. And so, in the case at hand, Nick got involved in the situation in Dog because, they actually care. I know that people are like, oh no, they're out for the press and all that. That's not true. There are lots of cases out there, unfortunately, of child abduction and child kidnapping. This case is, has an especially heinous aspect to it in the fact that he's autistic. That's been so long that, truly and honestly, there's been a lot of, from what I've read, a lot of missteps that have been taken, and so for Dog and At Night to kind of come forward and bring it to the limelight and call, not necessarily law enforcement on the carpet, but get them kind of excited to move forward is important. Certainly I respect our law enforcement officers. I respect the job they do. It's not a job I want to do, without a doubt. And so to have those people protecting us day in and day out is admirable, and it's an admirable profession to go in. I know over the last several years it has been brought into question, and I sort of like the law field. One bad lawyer is like a drop of oil in a bucket of water. It can make the whole bucket look like bad lawyers. And the same thing with police. Law enforcement, I would say 99.9% of them are in it for the right reasons and moving in the right direction and trying to help. They really want to be public. They are public servants, and the ones I know, especially, expound that to the nth degree. We're lucky here in Delaware County to have a lot of committed law enforcement officers who keep us safe day in and day out, whatever it may be. And in this day and age, every time I think I've seen everything, every time I said, you know what, now I've seen everything, the next thing comes along, you're like, wow, I never thought that I could see everything. Law enforcement sees it day in and day out.
Just like when you think you can only go so far, and then you push yourself to another level, and you're like, dang, I didn't even know I could push myself to that level, and you just keep rising. The same thing.
Be it at 2 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they're there on the front line. As the rest of us are ducking and running away, they're running towards it. And so for dog and at night to kind of come in and be helping that, and they really are a help. They're not trying to stick their fingers in anywhere they
appreciate you, Yoli.
They're not trying to take the place of law enforcement or the investigation, without a doubt. They really are there to try and help the process along, and I truly believe that. Unfortunately, there are other people that are not necessarily doing that, and that's unfortunately why I have to get involved. Normally the legal team does not have to get involved unless problems arise. Like I tell people, I give an award out to our local high school every year, where my wife and I actually went to school. That's how local I am. Literally, I live 5 minutes from where I am sitting right now, where I work, and I grew up there, literally in the same house. So I always tell them that nobody calls a lawyer because something went right. Nobody says, "Oh, I had a great car accident." I'm really just calling to tell you how great the car accident was, or the surgery was awesome, or the police pulled me over, but I didn't get in any trouble. They really just thanked me for driving well. Nobody ever does that. People only call lawyers when.
We'll be having a huge show, Idaho 4 tomorrow. Me and Rory are getting back together for the first time in a year and a half. Yoli. So anybody that is part of the Idaho 4 community that has been with us from the very beginning, from when it took place, basically that's when we started our show, is right about a week before it happened. Me and Rory, Thou Shalt Not Kill True Crime, me and him are going to be getting together tomorrow night for a special Idaho 4 show for y'all tomorrow. And I'm probably going to show a lot of my footage when I was out there at the year anniversary.
Things that are going awry, and the same is true with any of my clients, and I'm always here for them no matter what it is, so when things started happening on the internet with issues with fake news and fraud and what's being said and what's not being said, I thought, okay, well, that's Nick kind of getting sticking his nose into things and getting it slapped down, but then when my name got out there and they started espousing about me and who I was, I take that very, very personally. I've been working my entire career. All lawyers have is our reputation. We can't fix a toilet. I can't put a light in my house. I can't put a roof on. Really, the only thing I have are my words and my reputation. And so when somebody brings that into question, I start realizing, okay, this is not just Nick, sticking his nose into things and then people making nice comments. These are people who really are out to attack him and dog in a situation where they don't deserve that.
Right. And that's cool. And a lot of us out there, that have been out there, some of us aren't as fortunate to have the services of Joseph Lesniak retained. You know what I mean? So to any of the people out there, trust me, because I know, like I said, we started our searches middle of March. I was an hour out of Hendersonville on my first morning getting there, and I was already getting photos of vehicles and people that I needed to watch out for, and I've never had that happen on any of the cases that I've gone to, ever. And so any of the people, because we are at a distance, we are, like I said, we're coming back. We talked about it a couple months ago. Me and the crew did it. I wanted to make sure, because of how, we got pushed out last time, when it came to some of the ugly ass content creators that want to make up shit and spread misinformation. when we're out there just trying to do the right thing. They made it a very unsafe situation, not only for myself, but for my whole crew. And we went into that a couple nights ago. I made a video about it because I had to call on Pascal's show to let him know this is our safety, dude, and you need to report the information with a little more ethics, because we are out here. We are in dangerous situations. We are in situations in areas where these people don't want the truth found. And when you promote something as fact, and you even have a guest on double down and on how it's, saying stuff about me that they didn't even know, and that wasn't even true. And so when it comes to anybody that's out there right now, it's nothing but prayers and love. I went and dropped some support earlier into some, some people were searching. I went and dropped some support. It's about support, and nothing but prayers for all those individuals, because really there's a lot of people that don't want the truth found, or maybe a lot of burner accounts that don't want the truth found. And it is a dangerous situation out there. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, okay? A lot of them. And I'm telling you right now, this is one of the most dangerous situations that our team has ever been in. So I'm glad that there's representation where, you know what I mean? Where people do have the availability and the opportunity to have representation like that, because just imagine if we all had that umbrella, you know what I'm saying? If we all had that umbrella, can you imagine the work we could get done, Shout out to him. Man, I am so impressed with this guy. Amazing. And the way that he started out to Special Victims Unit. Shout out, bro.
And so, and this same thing happened. I was involved. This is kind of a funny story in the Cosby case. On a side note, so I was not part of his legal team in Montgomery County. I was in charge of taking care of his citations. So after he was convicted and sent to jail, the local town cited him for rubbish and unkept grass. Now, exactly how he was supposed to keep the grass and take out the rubbish when he was in state prison, I don't know. But I did help the family out in dealing with local. I know Mrs. E's over there giggling a little bit, because it is. You sit there going, really, that the man has been convicted and defamed in the media, and his entire career, whether you agree or not agree. But then to kind of add on, we're going to file these 6 citations, local ordinance citations for unkept grass and rubbish, is just it was kind of a little humorous, and we were able to take care of that for him in a small set. So those are the kinds of things that I get involved with, because I constantly see people being bullied by the system, and other people using the system to bully, and I see it on a daily basis. And one of the big questions is, why is Nick have a criminal attorney representing him?
That's right.
And that is because, Nick has had some criminal issues, without a doubt. You can look on it; it's public, very public. But I'm not just a criminal attorney. I just want to give people a little lesson in the law. I am a certified lawyer in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So I passed the Pennsylvania bar exam in 2003. I continue my continuing ed, and I can practice law anywhere in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, including out in Western Pennsylvania. I just want to say that, as well as I can practice any type of law that is within the legal statute. So even though I specialize in criminal law, I certainly have experience in other areas of the law, and I can write a cease and desist and file an injunction without a doubt. So just to alleviate all concerns, whether I have a legal ability to do that, and the standing and the jurisdiction, I do.
He just said kaboom.
You're right outside of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I am not a certified lawyer in Tennessee. I never practiced in Tennessee, but the situation at hand as being dealt with deals with a Pennsylvania resident, and I can practice law in all 67 counties in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and I can move myself into, or have another attorney move me into, any federal court of standing, as long as I have a bar license and pay the money. So just so everybody's aware that where my jurisdiction begins and ends. So that is I know I went on in a narrative. I apologize. I know it's not important. I would have objected to this narrative, because Yeah, and at one time, actually, last week in court, I did object, and the judge was like, "What's the basis?" I was like, I just need to slow down that witness because she was just on a binge that did not go well. So that sometimes us lawyers do that. I do not get paid by the word though, much to my chagrin. Otherwise, I'd be very rich just in this last 10 minutes. So
yeah, I wish I got paid by the word for all the work that I do, bro. That shit would be whew. I'd be like Scrooge, but you know what? That shit would be going out to the communities, baby. The whole community would be swimming in a Scrooge pool.
Right. But well, you actually answered some of the questions we had anyway, because there were questions about credentials and things like that, and that helps us to dispel some of the rumors that were out there. And I think we mentioned before we came on that you've got your degree right behind you, so that'll your license and everything.
Yeah, that's my undergraduate, and then my law degree is so that's my Pennsylvania Supreme Court saying I can practice law. So yes, I can assure you that was not by that was just by coincidence. This is where I do. It just happened when you mentioned that yes, they are there. They're hung there proudly. I suffered through law school and undergrad. I always tell people
there you go.
I have a paralegal who's probably just as experienced as I am, but I got the piece of paper.
Damn, I need to get some private investigator shit in my wall, you know? That's a future goal.
Right. So, I understand.
Call me the lawyer.
Get that PI shit on my wall.
Do you mind if I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Okay, so as we were talking about backstage, there's a few people who think that your Twitter account is fake. The one that's been that you've been posting some of the stuff with the cases.
Why would they think
and warnings
fake?
and things? And so I thought I
Why
would let you dispel that. And then also there was another question.
Trolls, probably.
They want our chat is asking for clarity on who you represent. So just to be clear, if you wouldn't mind to go through everybody that you represent on as far as this case goes. Not everybody in the world. You know.
So yeah. So I do represent Dog the Bounty Hunter at Night.
Oh, okay.
At Night Corporation, as well as the owners of or the lead members of At Night, including Huang Li, as well as Nick Hasisafal as well. So.
Oh, that's how you say it. Okay.
I've been years and years, and it's probably not correct, but I just say quick enough that it just sounds like one. It has several vowels, and I know that Nick's probably listening, so I apologize for continuing to brutalize your name. He's probably laughing his head off right now because, but yeah, I think if you slow it down, Hasisafal, so or something like that. Wow. It's a good Greek name. It makes Lesniak seem easy, so that's why I really like him as a client more than anything else. Is that Lesniak then becomes a really easy Polish name versus his Greek name. But yeah, so those are the parties I represent in this matter jointly for this specific matter. Certainly, if they're individualized, other issues, that's not necessarily what I'm retained for.
Okay. And then
as far as my Twitter account, yes, that is my Twitter account. It is not fake. I do have I do not pay Nick to do my marketing. I have a marketing firm. I don't know if I can give a shameless plug for them, but Esquire Digital out of New Jersey is wonderful. They are founded by people who used to be with Fine Law, and they're great. And I pay them to do all my SEO, my website, my Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. So they do all of my social media. They help me with creating blogs and doing some of the videos that I think were shown last night of me. And I know this is not a comb over. It is a part, just so you know. So I'm not necessarily going involved. This is the way my hair's been. Although I feel like with the 2 kids and life, there might be some graying that's going on. Right? But I know there was some questions about my hair care, and I do appreciate the concern that people had about my comb over. And I don't use product in my hair. That's usually a question people ask. This is natural this way.
You too, Pam.
So dispel that rumor as well on this show. So I'm glad. That we got all that stuff out of the way.
He does.
It's not a clip-on, so I
does.
tie my own ties every morning. So I figured that might be a question. I'll just dispel that now.
Good to get ahead of them, and those are important questions.
Yeah, good to get. I'm sure there's going to be other questions, So,
well, I think what most of the folks are going to be really interested in at this point too is are these cease and desist letters, and I think there's questions about what. Because we really don't know. We have heard that there are some potential criminal acts that have occurred, maybe defamation. Death threats are very concerning. And so how much of that can we discuss today as far as what's happened?
And so, yes, I guess we can publicly talk about the cease and desist because the other side has put it out there. I think they published them, and that's fine. It's truly not.
Katrina, I am so sorry. I meant to highlight here. Hold on. How do I undo it? How do I undo it? I meant to highlight your comment and it removed it. So I apologize, Katrina. Damn, on your birthday too. Look at that. I effed up. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that never happens. I never just delete somebody's comment trying to highlight it. I apologize.
Honestly, as a lawyer, if they weren't,
oh man, on your birthday,
because,
I'm so
until
sorry.
Something's filed in court,
I'm so sorry.
on the public record,
I'm so
we try to be
sorry.
discreet with people and try and handle this discreetly.
I'm so sorry.
I don't think discreet is in the vocabulary of a lot of these people that we're dealing with. But yes, a cease and desist letter along with a proposed injunction that could be filed was sent and mailed certified the other day. Basically claiming, as you said, the defamation, slander, and libel, because in Pennsylvania especially, the Pennsylvania Constitution gives everybody a right to the reputation. So it's not necessarily spelled out in the United States Constitution, but it's certainly spelled out in the Pennsylvania Constitution, the right to your reputation. So a lot of people think the First Amendment is absolute. As somebody who teaches the First Amendment in an American government class at Penn State, it is not an absolute right. You do not have a right to say whatever you want, whenever you want. You cannot yell fire in a crowded theater. Although I tell my students you can yell theater in a crowded fire. There's no liability against that.
Oh my God.
You cannot yell fire in a crowded theater. I saw that book. Yeah,
my God.
I am a dad, Mr.E, so I think you get the book of corny jokes when you become a dad, according to my kids.
Yes. Oh my God.
Everybody finds me funny, but my wife too, which I don't know what it is. Everybody else thinks I'm hilarious, and I try.
You know what? Listen, I'm ready. Like I've been waiting to do one of these lounge talk shows where we sit back and we just have, because the jokes that we have, we make a lot of jokes here. I'm looking to have guests on that are jokesters too. And I would love to have, I don't even want to talk true crime. I would love to hang out at the lounge and have like a comedy hour with CJ, with him as a guest. Like, let's not even talk true crime, let's not even talk. We'll talk true crime second, let's talk about, what pies are the best or something. You know what I mean? Like, let's have a joke about it. Let's have fun. I really need to have one of those shows soon. Eventually here. We're going to be doing 3 shows tomorrow. So we won't be having any lounge time either tonight or tomorrow, I don't think. But good night, Tanya. But if you do want to go sub there, I do a little bit of gaming over there. But pretty soon we're going to be having like comedy hour with CJ. And we're just going to be having different guests on and just having a lot of fun and just cracking jokes and checking out different things and just having a hangout and just having fun. Not even talking true crime, we need something like that.
Try all my stuff out on my 8 and 11-year-old, and if they laugh, then usually everybody else finds it funny.
Thank you.
You can.
Yoli, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yoli's been one of those from the very beginning before I was even like at 100 or at 100,000 shit. Before I was at 1,000 subs, Yoli was there from way back then. And I just want to say thank you for your support this whole time, Yoli, throughout all these different, morphs into, as we're progressing over here and all the changes that we are going through just to try and evolve as well. And the support really does mean everything to us. We appreciate you all.
Cannot slander somebody or defame somebody. You can't put out information that is patently false and claim it as true. You can put that this is my opinion. Sure. There have been death threats made to Sebastian's dad, Seth, as well as another gentleman, Tony Mathis, who has been involved in this case as well. And as well as 2 at night and my clients. I don't know why. There was also a group that came up before our involvement to help out with the search that also left because they were getting death threats. I can't imagine why anybody would threaten somebody who was trying to help find a young man with autism who's been missing now for over 6 months. I mean, to me, my theory is whoever's willing to help out and lend a hand, why wouldn't you take that hand and use it to find this young man, which is, I feel like we're losing sight of that with all this kind of rhetoric and baloney. And that's why I told my clients, it's unfortunate that we have to do this. It's unfortunate I have to come on and prove that I exist as a lawyer and have to file these cease and desist and potential injunctions because at the end of the day, what's really important here is a young man, a 15-year-old young man, being found safe and sound and brought back to his family where he deserves to be, and that we kind of lose sight, or we've lost sight of that as we kind of layer on these these YouTubes and these chats and this information and this misinformation, and it doesn't help anybody. It certainly doesn't help Sebastian's case at all. So, the hope is that people can calm down and keep their eye on what is important here. And so, we all have backgrounds and pasts.
This is what I tell everybody, Granny. You can go watch my live streams and you can see it on this show. Go to my footage, you'll see it, especially the last few days. You already know. And when people are making a whole bunch of shows about it, maybe it feels like lies to you because you're not off your ass out there doing it, being in that position, are you? That's probably why it seems like lies to you.
That you can harp on, but moving forward, it would be much better to move forward as a cohesive group trying to find concerned citizens and bounty hunters and other people to try and find this young man and move this case onto what I hope will be a happy ending at some point.
Right. Yes, we're all praying for that. Can I ask, have charges been filed as far as the death threats goes, like criminal or authorities aware of this and handling that?
So there are no charges have been filed that I am aware of. Of course, private citizens cannot file charges. As you know, only the state can file.
Hold on one second. I'm not sure. Contribution call out. Let me know what it was. We'll call it out. CJ, I sent Baby Angel a gift. Thank you so much, Julie. Appreciate that. And I know she will. She's spoiled as hell already. Trust me. Now she's napping at my feet again. She's back on my feet napping. It's either my shoulders, it's either my feet, or it's either the recliner now. Those are her 3 favorite spots. So I know she'll thank you. Trust me.
File criminal charges. As well, whether or not law enforcement is involved, yes, they have been contacted and provided the information. There's also some wiretapping issues that have gone on that have been published. You cannot in Pennsylvania, unless you have special consent through a prosecutor's office, you cannot record somebody's voice without their permission. So we are two-way consent. There's only one exception to that, and that's a consensual phone intercept that has to be handled through a prosecutor's office and done through that, and a certain process has to be followed. Otherwise, recording somebody's voice surreptitiously and then utilizing that publicly can be a crime in and of itself here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Right. From what I can tell, there's been some of that going on as well. Again, private citizens, my clients cannot file charges. I cannot file charges. Only the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania or the United States can file charges against somebody criminally. So the only thing a private citizen can do is file a civil case against somebody if they feel it rises to that level.
So at this point, authorities are aware of it, and if they want to pursue charges, that's sort of at their discretion, and they're at that,
absolutely their discretion. We're not, we provide the information, we provide whatever they ask. Again, we're not going to stick our fingers or our noses in that area as well. That is for law enforcement to deal with as they see fit. And we understand they are very busy with other cases. And again, like I said at the beginning, have the utmost respect for law enforcement, and prioritizing is a hard thing for them because there are serious cases.
There's a lot. There's a lot in the area, that's for sure. I mean, there's a lot of cases in the area. It's crazy how many there are. Charity, thank you so much for the $2 super sticker and a thumbs up. We got 9 of them. Give her some more thumbs up. And I went ahead and hit the heart on that too. Thank you so much. Appreciate the contribution and the support to the show. Appreciate it very much. This is a very good episode. I'm really enjoying it. Shout out to Mr.E, Crimecast, Mrs. E, and Aunt E. Amazing show, amazing guests. A lot more depth to the individual than I ever expected or anticipated. Like I said, when I came across him, and I've been doing his retweets and kind of reading his tweets and stuff that he's been putting out, because I want everybody to be informed. I just thought he was like some kind of entertainment lawyer or something. You got Nick the Hat, his background used to be entertainment, National Enquirer and such. And so I just assumed entertainment or whatever, entertainment lawyer. Here, the dude is like stacked and dropping mics and shit. So shout out to him too, man. It sounds like a very down-to-earth individual. Has a funny bone in him too. And just great panel, man. Just a great panel, great job, a really good episode. And thank Mr. E, Annie, and Mrs. E again for doing it.
That required attention.
Good night.
Wiretapping, that was interesting. I think this happens a great deal in YouTube, where people record people without their knowledge and then release video, and we've seen this happen quite a bit actually. So I'm not even sure who we're speaking of, but that's good knowledge for other. There's a lot of creators in our audience tonight or this morning, and so I'm sure that's an interesting thing to keep in the back of your mind, depending on which state you're in. So that's great for them to know, to avoid any trouble, I think, in the future.
Actually,
absolutely.
This is,
and it's the reason why when you get those phone messages, it says this is being recorded for educational purposes, or or if you contact a prison, this is being recorded. They have to inform you of it. Or if you leave a voicemail, of course, then you know you're being recorded. And as soon as you know you're being recorded, then that goes out the window. And video recording is different. So you can video somebody in a public place. You cannot video them somewhere where they have an expectation of privacy. So, of course, like the peeping Tom cases are not legal. You cannot go into a tree and record somebody in their bedroom changing. That is certainly legal. Right. But if you have a camera outside your house or there are cameras, street cams, all that, they are legal because you have no expectation of privacy as far as your image is concerned out in public.
Right.
Could I ask too, does it matter where the call originates from, as long as it's going into Pennsylvania?
Correct.
Okay.
As long as there's a connection to Pennsylvania. Because there are other states that do not have, where you require the two-way consent. So,
okay.
Interesting.
And then actually this, we had a super chat, and this question actually goes along with what we're talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and allow it.
Closer to you asks, how the threats are given? Text, email, phone calls, etc. Many ways can be traced, correct?
Yeah, so I mean, the threats have come over as far as text messages and emails. So yes, they can be traced. There are ways to kind of disguise yourself for people who are tech savvy, unfortunately. But at the end of the
and also, like we've said too, they will word the threats in a way where there's no legal ramifications that anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain way that things can be worded too, where they say it without saying it as well. So when you look at, this is why I don't understand why people don't, from anybody, dude, why would so many people be forced out? Right? I mean, fuck, when I got done searching for Sebastian, I was only driving 3 hours. And when I was working for Micah Miller, I was driving 16, 13 fucking hours. So, no, it's hello. You see the stuff that's happening to people's vehicles? You see the stuff that they have? I mean, come on. Get the F out of here. Get off your ass and go to one of these communities to actually do something and see how dangerous it is. Like I always said, You're going to communities talking about true crime. You're going to communities where people don't want you to know the effing truth. Wake up. Contribution call out to Susbusters heading to work. Great show. Appreciate you. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the $5 super chat. And please be safe heading to work. Hopefully it goes quick for you and you have a peaceful and positive night. And thank you for your support. Be safe out there. Yes, have a good evening. Hopefully it goes quick for you. And that's the point of it, Yoli. Like, why would people do this in the first place? But the people that don't want people to find out the truth. Ooh, let me make sure I hit a heart on that too. There we go. It's so cool how you can leave a message to the super chats. That's so cool.
The day, they can ultimately be traced to somewhere. Where that is becomes the big question. There's VPN that can help mask you, unfortunately, but you're not absolutely anonymous on the internet and through.
Just think, JP Miller, you guys. We talked about it earlier in this morning show when we were breaking down the Court TV early access video. Just think, JP Miller. Come on now.
Through email, just so you know. I mean, that was the Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force, without a doubt. That's what we did, was try to eliminate the anonymity. It was our task force that first started going on to places like shareware sites and Bearwire and things like that, FrostWire, and able to actually download and find out where images and videos are being traded, because that's where the next step was. After people realized you could get caught sending emails of these images, they started going on to shareware, and it was actually the Pennsylvania ICAC, along with the University of Massachusetts, that came up with a program to allow the internet crimes to police shareware sites.
Nice.
Not sites, shareware programs and things like that. So yeah,
nice.
So anonymity on the internet is not what you think it is.
Right. Could I ask too then about so as far as the cease and desist, and you may not be able to talk specifically about people that have not published theirs yet. Are there overall themes and issues that are specific that we could things that are happening that maybe other YouTubers might want to avoid as pitfalls that are getting them in some trouble as far as the line between free speech and defamation or whatever these major issues seem to be?
Yeah, they're publishing statements. I think there's one about finding Sebastian's pants in a location that has never been proven or shown or evidence whatsoever of that. So basically, false information, defamation of people's character, and making statements about them.
Yeah, when it came to the night that the pants were found, we already broke it down before the show was over that they weren't the pants right then. So I don't know why anybody would say
that are defamatory. Nick, is not hidden. He is on parole right now for criminal acts, and they're basically flooding the internet saying to contact his parole and probation officer and say that he's in Tennessee, where in violation of his parole or doing other things. I can assure you, my client has not been in the state of Tennessee while he's on probation or parole, because he comes to my office on a very regular basis. So those kinds of lies are leading into potential criminal issues and violations that are specific problems that are coming out, as well as defaming dog. There's things about dog injecting people with truth serum without their permission and wanting to give them truth serum, things like that. That is completely false and debunked. There's lies about whether the reward is actually real, or is it just something that's made up to, and what it is it's hampering the investigation. So why, forget, okay, you have my client. Yes, you can, say that he, got convicted of this, that, and whatever. It's all public news.
Whoa, he just said that's hampering the investigation. Now, what he's saying is they're filing the proper paperwork, but it's up to the law enforcement. It's up to the law enforcement in order to, decide whatever they decide when it's the outcome of whatever's taken place that they've been handed. That's interesting. That is hindering an investigation. Because I've heard a lot of wild ass shit, and that wasn't very wild. And if that's hindering an investigation, oh my lord, I can't imagine how much the other shit that was said would be considered hindering an investigation. You know what I mean? Like, when you really think about it, because this stuff wasn't nothing crazy. But some of the stuff that is like, whoa. Dang.
But to sit there and hamper an investigation trying to find a 15-year-old young man is mind-boggling to me. Why would you do that? And so a lot of these issues, kind of connect my clients and are hampering the investigation. And so that's where, I get most concerned about. My clients are big boys and girls. They can handle their own. Another one, a gentleman at Nikon, they called him Hong Kong in a racist and xenophobic manner that really was, like I said, he's a big boy. We're not overly concerned about that one, but it just shows the kind of people we're dealing with. Why can't we, if you have, I've never been taught to fight with fists or swords. I fight with my words, but we can have civility, and you can show civility and respect for your fellow man and the plight that all of us and the life that we're all going through. And I feel like civility has been taken, shredded through a shredder, chopped up again, and thrown out the window just for the sake of getting followers or their 15 minutes of fame, as Andy Warhol said. And I'm just not into giving. If you want your 15 minutes of fame, that's fine, but do it legitimately and do it with civility. Like this forum. I feel like this is. Yeah. I'm coming on your show, Mr.E, because I was told that it has civility and decorum, and you care about what is being said and what.
And that's why a lot of people come in here. That's true, because that's what we've always done. That's why a lot of people, when they come in here and they've never been a part of the show, they're like, "Damn, you only have 14,000? I would have thought you would have had triple that, man." And it's because of that. Because it's like I'm not trying to like scoop up as many as I can, because I don't want to have to drop any of them off, because, like, it's about quantity, or I'm sorry, it's about quality over quantity. And I want to make sure. So I'm not out there doing the crazy outlandish shit to get all the crazy outlandish shit in chat. So then you guys have any kind of toxic around you. That's why when people are stupid coming in or being disrespectful, I just get rid of them, because if they're going to be disrespectful to any single one of us, they're going to be disrespectful to the other one, and we don't need that. But you know what I mean? That's what a lot do, because it's about the easy path and not the path that you bust your ass with, because it's worth so much more in the end. I'm not thinking about, today. I'm thinking about tomorrow.
What is out there, and I can see that now, and I respect that. I did watch prior ones before coming on and did my research, because, sure. As my paralegals say, I'm a recovering control freak. I'm in recovery. I believe I'm in the 12-step program. I believe step 5 requires me to apologize to all the people I may have over-controlled, and I'm just not sure I'm going to get through that step, because it's a lot. And so I might not be in full recovery. So, I do appreciate.
Well, at least you admit it.
You allowing me this forum and this decorum, because I think that's what everybody needs to understand. All the other creators out there, have some decorum and civility, and remember what the end result is. I would hope of everybody who's involved with these cases, and that is to find this young man safe and sound.
Yeah,
right.
I guess a question I have, though, as far as like the cease and defamation, I understand, especially I understand false reporting and things of that nature to the parole officer. That's clearly and it would be an issue, I would think. but for the individuals that have received the cease and desist, what kind of, are they able to still cover the case? Is it just up to a certain line and not crossing, or what would ceasing and desisting look like on their end? Like, what would that what would you need to see to believe that was a cease and desist?
Right. Well, as you said, is to stop the misinformation, the false information, and stop the defaming of my clients, and keep your focus on what the issue at hand in finding this young man, and what that takes, and talking about that. Putting my clients at the forefront, when the investigation at the forefront should be Sebastian and his family. That's where it becomes a problem. And they can, hey, if they want to bring up Nick's background, we can't do anything about that. It's public. But then when you say, oh, call the probation office to complain about him, when these people don't even know who he is, that's where it becomes a problem. So there is a line. We all know, it's a fine line. I got you. And my clients, they skirt that line as well. I'm not going to sit here and say that they're saints, that they skirt the line sometimes in the name of justice, as they believe. But they when you cross that line, and that's why the cease and desist letter went out first. Certainly, we had a right to go to the federal court here in Philadelphia and file for a preliminary injunction. We chose not to, because you give people the chance to take the high road and move on. Their response was that then publish it and mock it as that this lawyer's fake, and that everything is fake about it. This is all not serious. And I'm here to tell you that we're serious. I have no doubt I am a litigator. You can look at my background. I've done hundreds of jury trials. I go into court every day. So it is not anything, it is a field of battle where I am very familiar with and have no problem going on to. And so, especially.
It's a dude about no BS and getting shit done, like me. No BS. Let's get the shit done. Come on. Let's go get a hot dog. No, I got work to do. We got to get shit done.
If it means, stopping this kind of behavior and getting the focus back where it belongs in this case. And I know that my words are going to be turned around and misconstrued. I know coming on here, there are people who are going to use this. That's fine.
Sure.
They've already used my videos that I have. The videos where I talk about caring about my clients and all this stuff, and I just kind of smile because it is what I believe. There are a lot of people who don't listen to their clients. They kind of railroad people. I know those lawyers. I've represented some of those former lawyers, unfortunately. I'm not that person. I do care about my clients and their daily lives. And I understand, as I think one video was shown, people come in, it's the worst day of their life when they're accused of a crime. It's the worst day of their life when this comes in, and people's lives are like a bowl of fish hooks. And so we want to take this one fish hook, which is the criminal accusation, and try and deal with it. But you can't pick up one fish hook. Try and put 500 fish hooks into a bowl and try and pick them up. You're going to get at least 10 other fish hooks with it. And so I try to understand that there are other parts and components to these situations. It's not just the specific defamation or lying or things like that. There's other components going on. And as a lawyer, I recognize that. And I try to have compassion and empathy for that, of what are these people thinking on the other side, and how can we get them to change without necessarily going to court. I tell my clients, the court system is there to fix problems, but if we can fix them before we get in the court system, it's so much easier. Because in the court system, your number, your transcript number, whatever. Whereas I try to humanize people and remember that everybody's a human being trying to make their way through this world, and nobody's life is easy. I don't care if you're the richest person in the world or the poorest man in the world. Everybody's life has ups and downs and pitfalls and things to deal with, and I try and keep that in mind. And I don't want to demonize anybody.
That's right.
Everybody has a reason for what they do and how they act, and we just try to get as long as best we can.
Did you?
I actually I'm trying to keep up with chat and listen and do everything all at once. But one of the questions that keeps coming up is that, do you in turn represent, because of representing At Night Media, do you also in turn represent Seth Rogers and Tony Mathis?
Yeah, so I mean, by connection, yes, since At Night has been retained by Seth Rogers along with Dog the Bounty Hunter to help out. By default, I do I do have their interests, and certainly their interests are, especially Seth Rogers' interests, are probably most paramount to my client. So therefore, they're the most paramount to me because by an arm of my client, I'm an extension of my client brought on for legal issues. And so certainly I've been in contact specifically with Tony in this matter and regarding this because the death threats have gone to him as well. And so we are involved in dealing with that. And he is aware of the cease and desist letters that have gone out. And it's my understanding, I believe the rumor is that 15 of these cease and desist letters have gone out. I can't tell you the exact number, but I can assure you that it's nowhere near 15.
Well, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah, so I know that I don't know where the magic number 15 came from. I guess maybe somebody has a Ouija board, or my 8-year-old has a magic 8 ball. So maybe the number just came out of the air, or they just saw it in a vision.
There's no telling.
Ask again, right? Oh, I hated that one. Ask again later. No.
But I can assure you that I keep track of my own emails. I'm a solo practitioner, so there is no other lawyer in my practice. There's me and my paralegal and a secretary. So I can assure you I'm aware of what's going out and how it's going out, and there have not been anywhere near double digits in letters that have gone out. So.
Okay. I believe Auntie, she's been very quiet this morning. She has a question.
Yes, you have. I
have.
You're speechless. I mean, it happens to people around me. I understand. My honesty always comes through very well.
Well, my question, I guess, is what happens to these creators that have received this the cease and desist, but they choose not to follow the cease and desist? What's the next step that you, as an attorney, have to follow to get more done to stop this?
Here it comes.
Stuff from happening.
Absolutely. So, you remember, as an attorney, I'm an arm of a client. So my clients will make decisions. With the cease and desist order, we sent we would file a proposed preliminary injunction with the federal court. So, and we basically showed them what we would be filing. My client was skeptical about whether we should show that and whether we should do that. I told him, I was like, why not? I mean, they're going to have to get a chance to respond to it anyway. Why not show them what we developed? Maybe that might help them in understanding what it is we're asking them to stop doing. And what we're going to provide to the court. So we provided what we would file if my client so chose to take that next step, with the court. And we did that because I try to be an open book. I'm not one to hide things. I don't believe, I'm not going to jump out and be like, aha, and things like that. I don't feel that solves anything. We're all supposedly mature adults. We can hopefully have some decorum and understand, where we are. So, the plan was for this to be discreet and that they would just kind of stop, continue with their creating and their information that they get and gather and talk about this case. Because I believe that the creators and this group are helping the situation in keeping this in the forefront. Because the last thing we want is this case to kind of fall back onto the back burner. So I'm not going to sit here and discount the power that the creators have in helping to move this along. But with that power, with that tool, just like any good tool, it can be used as a weapon as well. And that's what we really want to try and do, is stop the weaponizing of this power and refocus on using this power for good. And making
this dude's badass. Like, totally down to earth. Like, come on. Listen. Before we fire that rocket, we're gonna fire a flare, because it's like, come on, we can do better, right? Before you fire a rocket, you fire a flare. You're like, come on, man.
Positive direction, keeping this situation at the forefront, allowing people an avenue to discuss it, to come forward if they have information, whatever it may be, because it is heart-wrenching. We all have, I know I have children, and I can't even, I sit there and try and empathize with somebody, but luckily, God willing, I'm not in those shoes, and I'm not, my kids are safe and sound, but I can't even imagine if one of them were to go missing for over 6 months. I just can't. I can't fathom it. I've tried to, try and walk into those shoes, and I can't. So, I mean, the creators and you guys helping this family to find Sebastian is huge. And I appreciate everything that At Night's doing and Dog is doing. And that's why I have no problem representing them and trying to keep this tool for good and not being used as a weapon, and whatever we can do to get past this situation as quickly as possible so we can refocus on talking about Sebastian and his family and what we can do to solve that issue would be great. And I'm hoping that this half an hour that I've spent with you and the time you've given me will help to move this issue along and maybe out of the limelight and refocus on where it should be.
And we very much appreciate you being here with us today too. And if there's anything we can do in the future to help get the message out, the word out, if there's searches or new information, leads, things we can, anything we can help with the public on our little end. I'm sure all the creators here feel the same way. There's a lot of folks watching that do this. If you don't mind if I ask just one question about just from a YouTuber and the social media folks that are curious about this, like what can we be doing to help in this situation, with the public and where we're not interfering in the investigation, but are working in a more positive way from.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm certainly giving a forum for people to discuss this situation, because the other thing is how do we prevent these types of situations from going forward? How can we better protect our children? Isn't that the end result is, and everything I did as a prosecutor is how can we, yes, we need to react to what's happening now. Well, what are some things we can do to protect our children? How can we protect them on the internet? How can we protect them and allow them to be children for as long as possible? Also, if you do get information or somebody comes on and says, hey, I think I know something, direct them to law enforcement, get them to the right place to give information to the right authorities. And you can go through DOG, you can go through at night, but really directly to law enforcement is the key to that. And if things come up and as the law enforcement publicize things, get it out there. Get it out on the internet with your followers and the other creators' followers, to keep it going. And, it's just like, an Amber Alert works and things like that is how do we get out there or, and make people aware of it, that if new information came up, maybe that new information will spark somebody else knowing something that then it will lead to it. So, and again, keep being at the forefront so that we can.
Yeah. Like he's got, like, you would think, like, if you met him, you would think he was like a math teacher, He like a math teacher, like cracking jokes at the chalkboard and shit. Well, nowadays they got dry eraser boards, but you know what I mean.
It doesn't become, and I hope kidnapping would never become old news, but that it becomes old news at some point, that this kind of case just kind of dissolves back unsolved, like cases sometimes do, and it's unfortunate. So, keep doing what you're doing is really the key. And like I said, I do appreciate all the creators who are helping to make that happen, because keeping the situation at the forefront, and on behalf of my clients and Seth and Tony, it is appreciated when this tool is used in a positive way and making a positive impact on this case.
Well, I depending on how much time he has left,
we are happy to talk as long as you like. I know we said maybe 20.
I do.
I
feel we're at 10:45, so I do have a couple more minutes. Maybe 10:30. My time is about the latest I can go before a judge starts yelling at me, because my dad was in the military, so I was always taught if you're 10 minutes early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. Then I became a litigator, and with a litigator, if you have the black robe, you're always on time. If you're not, you're either late or early. I do not have a black robe, as you can see. So I try to be even earlier than possible. So I do have a couple of minutes. I didn't need to take this much time. We appreciate.
But people are
the extended time.
People are very appreciative of what you've done. So being here and answering, the transparency is great. And people have questions about all of this. There's so much room.
What a great show!
And having you come forward and dispel dozens of rumors is wonderful. Maybe we do a question or two, and then whatever you'd like to say to finish.
Well, a few things. If you could speak on, people are very worried about the truth serum. And all and then also another question I thought was really interesting is censorship or the social media versus defamation and censorship. If you could speak on that a little bit as well.
Absolutely. So, I mean, it's a fine line. Certainly my clients have been skirted that line as well. And I've been on the other side of this, receiving cease and desist letters on behalf of my clients, not specifically in this situation, but another one. So I understand, I've been on both sides of this as to where that line is. And I think most of us have a common sense. So if you're about to spout something off that is negative or might lead to somebody having a financial or harm to them, like death threats or possibly getting their probation or parole revoked, that should set off that maybe this is not something I should be saying. Or if I'm just spousing off like 15 cease and desist letters have gone out. I don't know how they got that letter, or where maybe it was emailed around 15 times. But those kinds of stats, and if you speak with authority, it better be authoritative.
Maybe it was
Otherwise,
emailed
I tell my clients, in my opinion, I believe
that's a
that
good
maybe
one.
15 were out.
Like
I'm
that.
not sure. Well, that protects you then a little bit, in the sense that, hey, I'm just giving my opinion, so that when people listen, they go, oh, okay, that's their opinion. Whether or not I find that opinion credible is my decision as a human being. But when somebody gets on and makes authoritative statements and says, I know for a fact that this happened, or I know for a fact that happened. Well, you know what? You better know for a fact that this or that happened. And if your information then causes somebody a fiduciary or reputation loss, then that becomes defamation. And so, it's important to understand, and it is a fine line. And I know you got, everybody in the news field and the reporting field and the social media field, they skirt that line because they want to get the most up-to-date facts out. Certainly they want to give the most up-to-date information and give people the knowledge that they deserve. And we're in the age of knowledge, let's face it, and the age of communication. But you gotta dial it back, and before you say something, make sure you have your facts straight. Make sure that it's not necessarily going to harm somebody's reputation or lead to things that you can't control.
Safety,
because some of these things are like snowballs. And so you make a snowball, you throw it off the side of the mountain, and then it starts gaining speed, and you can't stop it. So you got to figure out where that you might have to think far ahead and go, okay, where could this snowball end up? And when this snowball ends up, is it going to be the same snowball I threw off the thing, or is it going to be this huge mess that has trees and debris and dirt in it, and is going to hit me upside the head at the other end? And if it is, then you might not want to say it. But if you realize that snowball has factual information, has information that's going to move this case ahead, that's going to give people knowledge and information that's going to maybe either get them spark their memory about something or get them moving further ahead in this case, then that snowball is important. And there's nothing that should stop you from utilizing that. But keep control of your snowballs, and know where you're throwing them. Right. Don't hit your mom's window or take out somebody you didn't expect, that you're throwing it at one person and you hit somebody else. So that is really is the key in deciding censorship, is how to keep control of the information you're providing. And you can't control what other people do after that. When you
very down to earth.
You got to be careful
very
of
down to earth
where it goes. But we understand that these people can't control what people do with it. But when that information goes out, and we've seen that. I mean, that's what our former president is dealing with right now. That's the whole January 6th. Certainly President Trump did not go into that Capitol, was nowhere near that Capitol, and yet he's being accused of everything that happened there. And they're playing. So that's the same thing here. You don't want to be that person being accused of that if you can help it. And so it's a fine line.
Understood.
And the truth serum, yes, I know what was said. I can assure you, on the record, that my client is not injecting truth serum into anybody. Really unwilling. It doesn't exist. That sounds like rumors. All I can think of is the I Spy shows and things like that. So that is I can dispel that nobody is being forced to take polygraphs or inject the true serum or put true serum surreptitiously, like they think they're getting an injection for the flu shot and they're getting true serum. No, there is nothing like that going on. Dog has been around for many years, as you know, has quite a reputation, no matter what you think of it. But certainly a reputation for being upfront and honest. And so there's no true serum. There's no truth in the true serum. Is that
good?
So that is on the record now. You got it recorded.
See, that's like a math teacher joke at the chalkboard. There's no truth in truth serum. And then everybody's like, Mr. B. Right?
Everybody screenshotted that 30 seconds there so that they can keep playing it over and over again.
Great.
Okay. Well, I hate to keep it. I've got so many more questions, but I hate to.
I know.
Unfortunately,
I don't have any more time. Maybe Mr. E, when this all goes by, I can come back on and we can talk about the real stuff. So I really appreciate your time. It was nice meeting all of you.
Oh, that's
awesome. If you're ever in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, look me up. Stop on.
Dang, I was in Philadelphia last year. Son of a. Dang, that's too bad. It's a beautiful place over there too. Up there in the mountains. There's the link to the episode. If you haven't liked it, dropped a trophy or a heart on that episode, please do so as you're exiting this show. Great episode. Dropped a lot of knowledge, answered a lot of questions. And what a down-to-earth individual. Like I said, before we did this show tonight, because I wait to watch all these until I watch them with you. I just hopped in at the end because I wanted to say shout out to him because, anytime you're trying to bring awareness, you always got to hop in, even if I'm sitting there working on prep and all of a sudden I see that, they're live or whatever. And it's like, get in there. Or no, I was sleeping. I think it was an early one, wasn't it? I can't remember. I remember I was able to slip in there the last few minutes. I didn't see him on panel. It was after he was off panel. But I was like, okay, cool. I can't wait to watch this. And then I watched the rest of it. And I was like, wow, these are some really down-to-earth people just off the remainder that I watched it. And so I knew it would be a good show. So I want to say shout out to Mr. E for coming in tonight. Thank you for your kind words. And bravo, not only on the video, but the questions, the guest, the presentation, the value where it kept you sucked in at every moment. Really appreciate that too, for making some beautiful content. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. I got a really long day tomorrow. We're going to be live at noon Central till about 3:30, 4 o'clock Central. We'll be talking more Sebastian. Then after that, from 4:30 Central to about 6:37 Central, we'll be covering another protest for Micah Miller. And then after that, I think around 8 o'clock Central is where we're probably going to have the Idaho 4 show. We're going to have a special guest, one of our old friends from a year and a half ago, Rory. We're going to be hanging out with him. I'm not sure if he's coming over here or if I'm going over there. I'm not sure, but I'll keep you guys updated. We're still trying to figure out with both of our schedules. We're both like working on this stuff hardcore. So I just want to say thank you all so much. Appreciate it. Please hit the like if you haven't. If you're just checking us out and you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so if you enjoyed your time this evening. And we'll see you 3 times tomorrow. 3 times tomorrow. Baby Kitty's sleeping. She's napping at my feet still. But we're going to wake her up and play some fish with her. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Good night. See you tomorrow. Love you.